seems like Baba Adam ka Jamana, like I've been there for 35 years and more. Yeah, we got married and we just moved to Melbourne, and that became my home. And after that, I had 2 children, a son and a daughter. Son chose to be here in New York, so he's part of few people here now in New York, and daughter still lives with me back home. So that's my personal life. And I came into this spiritual divine journey path in 2002. And yeah, please come. Please come. Please come here. No formality at all. Just grab a chair, and if you want to sit closer, feel close, or if you can see me, I can see you. And your name, Mama? Hi, Supraja. I'm Saroja. No. We are not late. Yeah, we just started it anyway. So yeah, that's my just my name and my identity for this life. And the actual journey really started in 2002. And beautiful journey. I don't have to tell you. I'm not going to bore you with my journey, because if anyone is interested, you can read my book, The Red Rose. Yes, The Red Rose. And again, I have to talk about the Red Rose because my journey is not important, but you're really interested? Yeah, because if it's not boring for you, because I really don't want to bore you guys. Yeah. Okay. So if you want to know a little bit about me, so you need to know my pre-journey too, before 2002. So we need to know both before and after, right? So before, I've always been this chatterbox, right, children? So nothing has changed in our vocabulary. We're still the same. I love people. I always loved people. That's where I get my energy from. Everyone gets their energy from somewhere. And I very soon realized that all I need is 4 bakras and just a little bit of space. No, I'm only joking. I love people, even in family or outside. I realized that that's my energy. You know, I never get tired. Never get tired of traveling, never get tired of late nights, never get tired of speaking. That gives me energy. So as a result of that, my before life to 2002 was very colorful, lot of friends. And professionally, I'm an engineer. So I'm a master's in electronic instrumentation from IIT Warangal. And I got married to a beautiful person when I was working in Hindustan Petroleum Refinery in Visakhapatnam, very small time. So my husband Harish and I traveled to Australia after we got married. And I worked, I'm sure it's a US company, so you all would know ExxonMobil, the oil giant. Yeah, so I worked for 32 years as a corporate executive in ExxonMobil. So I've gone all the way up to the corporate ladder, and I know what corporate life is, and because I've lived there for a long, long time. While I was doing that, I had 2 beautiful children along the way, and life challenges start, right? Just when you get married, life is very colorful, floral. Then you get a job. Yes, you manage everything, but then the little one comes and the priorities change, and my priorities changed too. But then I realized that that was the most beautiful thing that ever happened in my life, being a mother. Even today, I know I don't say it's a bed of roses, but even today, if someone asks me, because I've done a lot of things since then, and everywhere I ask, Amma, by the way, my beautiful family calls me Amma. So there are a lot of people who don't know me here. So when they ask me, Amma, what's the best thing that's happened in your life? And as you always know, I say being a mother. Being a mother is the best thing that's happened to my life because it introduced me to a totally different world, which I was never a privy to. And even today, I always say, whether it's a man or a woman, becoming a parent changes everything. Why? Because the priorities you always think they were priorities, they all change upside down. And suddenly, from nowhere, this little one who makes noise all the time becomes your priority one. And that proves you that in life, the priorities can change because we think, no, priority one, priority two, it can never change. It can always change. And the day we realize that, priorities change, that liberates us, that makes us free. That means every 6 months we can change our priority. We don't have to hang on to the same thing all our life. And as we talk about spiritual life, we'll talk more about changing priorities. Because changing priorities is a liberation, it's a freedom. Because somehow in this humanity, everyone has put in this mind, I have priorities written on stone and it cannot change and my life has to revolve. And that's where our downfall starts. And the day we realize that there's a lot of flexibility around it, first it doesn't appear, but then slowly as you start experimenting, it proves that it can change. And to me, I didn't have to prove because these little ones came along and my priorities changed and I thought, okay, it's possible, right? So while I was on this journey and kids were very young, my corporate life was going very, very stressful at that time. I was in management in the corporate, and at that point of time, with these two children at home, there was a lot on the plate. I was still managing and juggling well, but you should get a little bit taste of my weekends. We have a Telugu association in Melbourne. We have lots of Indian people. I think Indian people go everywhere. So Melbourne is not an exception. Because I'm so social and I like to talk and I like to direct, I like to delegate. So I got very much involved in the Telugu association and I'm one of the members, one of the founder members of Telugu association in Melbourne. And because of that, whether you like it or not, you are involved heavy. So weekends, Friday night to Sunday night, there was a lot of people at our place. If I was not partying, then it was meeting. And I don't know how I fitted children and my family, but they were always priority one. So I used to work quite late hours, just not on work, but on my personal thing. I want everything. That means I was typically type A personality. Everything has to be done. So on my fridge, I had priority list A, priority B, priority C. Agar bachkar nikle to priority D. I don't know if I ever even looked at C. I was struggling between A and B. But I was okay. Jawan hai, garam khoon hai, kar lenge, you know. Life was going very well. In the common man language, I can say very happy social work, well-balanced life. And you know, at times I used to think, what more can life be? Honestly, madam, that's how I was thinking. You know, it's going so well, you know, what more can life give me? And I used to tell my husband, you know, my husband is totally opposite, very calm, inward energy. Yes, he would socialize because I like people. I would drag him along with me. He likes small groups, more intimate chats. I like public talks, chalk and cheese. I think that's how destiny brings us together. So this is my before scene, just to give you a little bit. I used to travel a lot overseas on my work because ExxonMobil is a US company. Dallas is was our headquarters and still our headquarters. I don't work there anymore because I quit my job. But I used to go to Houston a lot because we had all our networkings going. And traveling between Melbourne and US is a solid 24 hours task if you have to go to Houston. LA fir bhi theek hai, you know, you got direct flight, then I have to change and go to Houston. But nothing really bothered me because I thought, yes, that's life. I think that's what people crave for. Wow, how am I different? In one of those scenarios, honestly, the setting is to make you understand. I came to Chicago on a work trip. I was project executive for a $5.6 billion project. This is way back in 2002. And one of our consultants who lived in Chicago. So I came there for a design review meeting, Chicago. Madam, I'm only going through this because you asked. I've stopped telling because everyone knows. Because if I'm boring anyone, you can switch off, mute me, right? But this is some masters have requested, so I have to tell you. And in that Chicago meeting room, the design review meeting went for 5 days. And this was on a Friday afternoon. Meeting was done. I think it was around 3 p.m. And all I had to do was wind up. And then our clients had said that they would take me around Chicago to show me all the places because 4.5 days had been very hectic, long nights, long days. So I was here. And we had all that big conference room. And we were doing minutes of meeting just to wind everything up, what we did in the 4.5 days. And it's CBI office, Chicago Bridge and Industries. That's what the company. They have a beautiful conference room, completely glass wall, and they have amazing garden around the conference room. But 4 days, I never had chance to look at. But that day, because I was standing up and talking, and I was just thinking, how beautiful this is. And don't ask me, there's no why, there's no how, I can't give you any answers, but for me, the time stopped. I was standing and the time stopped. We see this in movies, but this happened really in my life. Mm-hmm. The characters there, frozen. Everything was standstill, including me. My mind stopped. It's like my clock stopped, everything stopped, my mind, my body, everything stopped. And I don't know what happened after that. All I know was I was looking at the garden, and I kept looking at the garden. I don't know how long I looked at the garden. There was a lot of commotion in the room because I had stopped talking and I stopped looking at people, so they didn't know what happened to me. I don't know. This is all told to me later, but I stood there for 2 hours, from 3 to 5 o'clock. I stood there in that position, staring out of the window, and time stopped for me. For me, there was no time. Time wasn't moving. For me, all that was 1 second. So I don't know what happened. But at 5 o'clock, later I realized 5 o'clock, people were around me and they tapped me and said, Saroja, we're concerned about you. Should we go back to the hotel? I said, yep. I remember from that what happened. So I was taken back to hotel. They requested me, should we be with you? And I didn't know why they wanted to be with me. I didn't even ask them whether the meeting finished or not because my mind was blank. There was absolutely zero in my mind. And I had a flight next day morning. They asked me if I was okay. I said, I'm perfectly okay. And after that, mine was zipped. Next day morning, the client came, took me to the airport, gave me the boarding pass and said, we have already spoken to your superiors back in Melbourne. If you have any issues, let us know. We have already told the airlines people because they were very scared. They had no clue. They knew I was going to travel for 20 hours. It doesn't matter first class or not, but so because it was first class, they gave me a lot of care. It was work trip. So the air hostess or whoever was there, the stewardess, she came and she took me. She put me on the seat. Do you want anything to eat? I was neither hungry nor thirsty. I came back to Melbourne. Melbourne, my husband came to pick me up and I didn't talk at all. I went straight to the work and they had already been told by my client that we are not sure what happened to her. She's not talking. They asked me, you want to go home? I said, yes. So they called my husband. I went home. I was in that state for 3 days. Later, I realized I had panicked everybody, but for me, the best 3 days where I've seen what life is meant to be. So, madam, how it happened, this is how it happened.
So you're seeing anything or like you felt anything?
I felt a lot of things. That's why I wrote a book. And lot happened in those 3 days. And I still remember my husband used to ask me, I'll be there, I'll take a day off, I'll be with us. I said, no, just drop the children to school and just leave me. So we have a nice garden, a courtyard garden. So I used to sit in my living room. He used to make a cup of tea. I would hold that tea all day. I would just sit that cup of tea. He would come at 5 o'clock. I still have a cup of tea. Tea hasn't moved, I haven't moved. So literally for me, what does space and time stops? I literally felt for 3 days. And for a person who is so control free, especially with children, with everything was out of window. I mean, for me, nothing mattered after that. So people do ask me, how did it happen? This is how it happened. Why? I didn't know then, but I know now. It was very difficult for the family because it was my journey. For them to understand what was going on, especially my husband is very caring, very loving. For him, it was a big struggle. It was not only those 3 days. I came back to my normal time zone 3 days later. So again, giving a short view, I was walking on the street and then a lady came across and fourthly, I don't know why I started walking on the street. I just felt like taking a walk and tears were just rolling down. Everything was so beautiful. I'd seen beauty to the nth degree that day. And for a human heart, it's very difficult to contain when you see real beauty. Because we don't see real beauty. We don't know what it is. So I couldn't contain. And then this lady was coming and she stopped me. And she said, do you want to come to my house? I said, yeah, let's go. I know her, but I don't know her well. So I sat in her living room and she said, do you want to sit down? Do you want to cross your feet? Hold it. And I did everything. And she said, close your eyes and be with your breath. And that's all she said. And I closed my eyes. I was with my breath. And 4 hours passed and I didn't know. And then she got worried too. And she had to tap me and said, don't you have to pick your children up? It's 3:30. So we met at 11 o'clock. And I was in that position till 3:30. But in that 4 hours, I had amazing view of how this universe is, what it looks like, and whatever now I'm going to pour words, and my session already has started. If I'm introducing Greek and Latin, please hold these words with you, and when we finish, we'll get back and we'll talk. And my soul plan had already kicked on, and it was going perfectly. And it was only going perfectly because I let it happen. I could have stopped it any time back. I could have stopped right in Chicago. Namaste, madam. I'm Saroja. Hi, Bhavna. I started the session and madam lovingly asked, can you tell us your journey? So I was telling my journey. So sorry if I'm boring, but I just thought I gave a little. So having realized now, I realized my soul plan had already kicked off and all these things I had already planned.
So first time you meditated over there.
I don't know what was meditation. I read it in book, but I never meditated. I don't even know that was meditation. Because I was in meditative state for 3.5 days already. I didn't need to sit down and do anything. For me, that's the main thing I want to tell you today. Meditation doesn't mean that you have to sit down, close your eyes, fold, and then sit. Universe showed me what is to be in meditative state with eyes open, with going along. But for that, I had to go through this crash course of 3 days because I was in a different la la land till then. Because I thought that was life. I thought that was a beautiful life. What more do you want? And universe showed me, you talk about beauty, I'll show you what beauty is. And masters, how beautiful this universe is, how beautiful this life is, in what form it can come to us is amazing. And that day, I felt the opening of heart chakra. I could feel the energies, but I didn't know all these terminologies. But I could connect to everything on this plane, chairs, tables, plants, people, everyone, because the beauty was flowing for 3.5 days. And so that was the practical. So I went through the practical first. And I would sit there and I wasn't crying, but my family would get scared. Well, why are you crying? I can't give any other terminology. So I would just sit there and just look, and tears would flow down. This was my story for 3.5 days, enjoying the beauty and the love this universe can give us. So that was my crash course in spirituality that this universe gave me. And then सब लोग theory पहले पढ़ते हैं, practical बाद में करते हैं. But I did practical first, and I came into theory. So this beautiful lady who asked me to sit, and then 4 hours later, she woke me up and she said, are you all right? I said, what the hell did you ask me to do right now? She said, oh, that's called meditation. Okay. I said, that was nice. I really felt I was on some drugs. I mean, sorry, I shouldn't use those terms, but yeah, it was very high. And after that 4.5 hours, I opened up my mouth for the first time after 3.5 days. I started talking. But this time, I was on another plane. I was singing. I was in joy. And I still remember, have you ever, I don't know, what do you say when you're young? You don't jump, but you go like that. La, 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 like that. We used to do when we were children. Sorry, I have to act this and tell you. This is how I went to pick up my children. I would not do this. Log kya sochenge? What would people think if, I was like in my 30s, such a lady, But this is how I went to pick my children, full of happiness. I couldn't care less who is watching me, who is not watching me. I was singing and I was dancing and I went to pick my children. And my children saw their mother after 3 days. Of course, they saw, but they didn't know what was happening, and they're very close to me. So when I went to pick them up, it was like, Mom came to school to pick us up, and I was laughing, I was singing. But they were kind of very aware, Amma never came to school like this, skipping. And then a lot of magics happen, miracles happen. In those days, we call it miracle, but not anymore. When you are totally aligned with the universe, every step is a miracle. We don't use the word miracle anymore. Because when you breathe, it's a miracle. When you smile, it's a miracle. When the hearts touch and your heart starts singing and the love starts pouring, it's a miracle. When the tears flow down, it's a miracle. You don't need miracles in your life. Every moment is a miracle in this life. Only and only if you can be there. Take time and be there for yourself. So I used to go to the library. And now I'm going a little bit fast forward because this auntie came into my life and she couldn't believe what I went through this last 4.5 days. Because I worked for so long in ExxonMobil, they were so kind to me. When my husband said, look, she would need some time off, they said, let Saroja take as much time off she wants. So I couldn't care less about work. I mean, this was my husband trying to patch up all the physical fronts, but meditating with this auntie and after coming out and knowing this is meditation was amazing. I didn't even know there was anything like this. And when she heard about my 3.5 days experience, she said, you are blessed. I said, for what? She said, the things that took me long to realize in meditation as a glimpse, you have been there for 3.5 days. So I don't know what she's talking about. Then she started saying, Saroja, you don't know what I'm talking about. You should read this book, Autobiography of a Yogi. So this is too big a name. So she wrote a piece of paper. Go read this book. You will know what's happening with you. So I went to the local library. I'll tell you what state I was in. I went to the local library and I told the lady at the desk, I said, look, this is the book I'm looking for. She said, I don't know. I'll have to look into it. I said, don't worry, I'll find it. So I went into the section called, it was written philosophy. They don't have any section called spirituality. It was philosophy. Who told me? I don't know. This is how universe guides you when you're in total alignment with it. Because my mind was blank. I could not think. So I was just going with my heart energy. And today I'll tell you how powerful the heart energy is. We don't have to use our mind. We think mind is strong. Mind is nothing before this beautiful instrument. So I was just following my heart and going into the philosophy session. And I stopped there. And I just looked at the cupboard. And I just put my hand on one of the books, pulled it out, didn't even look at it, whether it was Autobiography of a Yogi or not, brought it to the desk and said, could you please? Oh, you got this book so quickly. So it was Autobiography of a Yogi. It's not one day. For 1 month, I have lived in that energy. I used to go to the library. I finished that book. And then auntie told me you should read Lobsang Rampa series. The things that are happening to you, you will understand. If you read Lobsang Rampa, I said, okay, give me the book name. Third Eye. All right. Local library. I used to pick books like that without seeing the name, without knowing where it is, and used to be that. 1 month, masters. Thanks to ExxonMobil for letting me pursue my journey for one month. It was amazing. And I started meditating more and more because now I knew that's called meditation. And it was like child's game, let's do it a little bit more to see how it feels like. I have time. I became a childlike. I was totally like a 7-year-old or a 5-year-old kid who's got a new toy and let's keep trying this. And then I used to wait for my children to come from school. And the moment they came, my son and I are so thick. We are thick as thieves. Like nobody would call us mother and son. I mean, I can get down to children level like this. It's always been. I have a lot of nieces and nephews, so I'm very close to children. So my son was very young at that time. He was 7 or 8. And he used to see me reading books. Say, Amma, what is that? I said, come sit down, sit down. This is what happens. Children, they are like sponges. I have seen my own children. I've seen them growing with my spirituality, with my experiments. And it's amazing the way they understand everything in life. So as I was learning, my son was learning along with me. And we have both gone through this journey hand in hand. There's nothing that I know that he didn't know. Everything. If I read a book, he had to know everything. That used to be a bedtime story. I finished third eye. Come on, today, let's go. I'll tell you all the story about third eye. Next, you forever. Nikhil, you should know this. Now, I had someone I could share. And if I went for an evening walk with my husband, it used to be about this amazing world that I was. And poor fellow, he used to think that, now let me listen to her. At least she's talking after 3.5 days. I used to talk. In that beautiful journey of 1 month, Auntie once happened to say that there are some nice, beautiful audio cassettes. We're talking about 2002. We had audio cassettes then. She said, Amma, do you want to hear? I started work, so it's a 45 minutes journey to work. So I would put on the cassette. And there I came across Patriji's voice and Mukti Mark, the two key audios that really had a lot of impact as I was going forward in my journey was one Mukti Mark. And there was another about, I can't remember the correct name now. It's there in my book. So I read those, I heard those two audios, I don't know, 1,000,000 times, every day going to work, back to work. And at work, I would finish my work. Lunchtime used to be only this, trying to find books on internet, trying to read that. I didn't want to waste one single minute. This is amazing world. Who wants to come back to this boring world again? I mean, that's what happens when you're just jumping into this new world. Like, I bought this PS3, let me play PS4. I was like in that PS5 mode. Amazing world. So then at the end of the year, Auntie said, if you're going to India, then maybe you want to meet, there's this person called Patriji, you can meet him. Mm-hmm. And I went in December to Dhyan. It wasn't Dhyan Mahachakra though during those days, Dhyan Mahayagya. So in Secunderabad grounds, parade grounds, I went there and session was going on. As you all know, it's always full, like a lot of people. India, everywhere, people are there. And he was on the stage. And the moment this is not a Lala story. This is honestly what happened. And I know sometimes people listen to it and say, what is she talking about? But I'm only talking about what I've been through. So I entered and I looked around and I thought, my God, so many people. Who am I trying to meet? I don't even know. And they're somewhere far on the stage, I think it was Patriji. I never met him before. So as I walked into the crowd, I think I just came halfway and I was thinking, should I go back? Patriji stopped the program and he came down the stage and he walked down straight to me. And this is in the middle of the program. Everything stopped. So, when Patriji comes down, everyone has to make way, right? So everyone suddenly, yeah. And so in the middle of walkway, it's like a movie. I was standing in the middle. They have that carpet. So I was coming from the crowd and standing there. And this man got down the stage and he's coming towards me. And we're both looking at each other. And he had tears in his eyes. And I was standing there. And he came close and I said, I'm Saroja. That's all I remember saying that. And he just nodded his head and he stood there. And I think we stood there for God knows again, half an hour, 40 minutes, we don't know. And somebody brought 2 chairs just in the middle of the road, like, this is the aisle in that big hall. I wasn't embarrassed, like I didn't care those days. Now I would like look around, kya kar rahe, tamasha. We didn't. So we both sat down and we didn't talk. We just looked at each other for 3 hours. That's it. And then anybody know Shiv Prasad here? Yeah, okay. We call him Shivappa. So people who knows, they Shivappa. Yeah, he used to be his personal secretary. And then he looked at Shivappa and said, give madam. So Shivappa went and gave me a big bag full of books. I took that books, walked away. So I'm just telling you the key aspects in my journey. That's how Patriji came into my life, or I came into his life, vice versa. This is after a year of my kickoff. And then from then on, Patriji has kept a very close touch with me, but since he was there on this physical plane till he left. And he came to Melbourne many times. I mean, his first out of India trip was Melbourne. He came all the way to me. He stayed with us. And Patriji and I are very good friends. There's nothing he hasn't shared with me. There's nothing we haven't discussed about, many things. So I have attended many of Dhyan Mahachakras, and very grateful to him. In one of the Dhyana Mahachakras, he felicitated me with the title of Brahma Vidvanmani. In 2019, I was the anchor and master of ceremony of Dhyana Mahachakra, because that was when we just started talking about the female divine energies. And my role on this earth is to be the ambassador of divine female energies. And I think that was the beginning of that era. So this is how things happen. This is how destiny happens. Anand Karnesh, myself, we all met on that stage. And then started the era of divine feminine energies in 2019. That particular MDMC, Dhyan Mahachakra, went very well, amazingly well. And along the way, I've been very fortunate. Various governments, giving me awards or recognition for what little service we are doing in this world. And last year, I've been awarded as a doctorate in humanitarian leadership and community well-being by US government and Indian government. So I was, this is for the 17 years of, not mine, this is not my service. There are hundreds and hundreds of people who are working along with me on this great cause. So the universe through them have given us this recognition, for which we will be ever grateful. I am one of the professors in spiritual sciences in Vedic wellness universities, which is all around the world. So I teach spiritual science. There are people who are doing research under my guidance on happiness. So one of my favorite subjects is happiness, because that's one thing we are all seeking for. And the reason we have all come into a spiritual path also, because life is not happy somewhere. We're lacking that bliss, right? So that's one of my favorite topics, and I teach about happiness for post-graduation students. I'm one of the Devi teachers on the path of joy, and I'm working with Anand Karnesh all around the world on feminine energies. So that little question that Madam asked, who are you, where you come from? There's a lot of story behind it. It's a story of 20 years. So when I got into the path of this spirituality, and the bliss came to me, the happiness came to me, the first question that happened to me, why can't I share this happiness with this world, with this beautiful world? Why it has to be with me? Because every day was a bliss, every day was happy. Was I doing anything physically outside, ticking off boxes? Maybe not, but it didn't matter. It didn't matter what I did at work. It didn't matter whether I attended something or not. But inside, it mattered a lot, because that fullness of heart carried on. And I thought, no, it can't stay with me. It's selfishness. And I think that's where my passion and my madness started. And that is the formation of Beyond Your Mind Foundation. And in a minute, I'll tell you why I have called this weird name of Beyond Your Mind. And I still remember I invited Patriji for the inauguration of Beyond Your Mind. And he said, Madam, what are we naming? Because we are very good friends. I mean, this is how we used to tease each other. So it's no surprise. I won't tell you till you come to the inauguration ceremony. So when he came, said, Beyond Your Mind. Amazing, mind-blowing. I said, yeah, only when you go beyond the mind can it blow your mind. So yeah, Beyond Your Mind Foundation, because it reminds us every minute that mind is the wall that stands between your body and your soul. If you're not able to look at your soul, if you don't feel anything divine within you, that's a problem. Kuch bhi divine nahi lagta. What appears divine, we are driving 45 minutes, so hot, the road never stops, such a long journey. The people say you're divine, you're a god, why you say Rama Krishna, you're yourself Rama Krishna. What Rama, what Krishna? Nobody feels you're a Rama and Krishna. Theoretically, we are supposed to feel like gods, right? But we don't feel. I mean, my talks are very black and white. There won't be any fluffing around. Close your eyes, you'll go into third world. Nothing. It won't be like that, because everything that I say is only through my experience, and everything I say is only through what I have learned from this world through counseling. So I have a counseling platform, and I do counseling. That's how many people come into my life, because in my day routine, I don't know how many counselings I do. People ask me, what degree you have in counseling, madam? I don't have any formal university degrees of counseling. Then why do you do it? Universe asked me to. I never said I wanted to do this because I never even know what counseling is. But the day I started laughing, smiling, people thought if she's so happy about this to come to me. Saroja, I have this problem. Okay, well, what's happening in your life? They would tell me. They would say, well, why? Can you do this? Can we do that? Like friendly chat. They would go back and next day they would call, thank you so much. My life has changed. Okay, I never even thought that. Well done, Saroja. It never felt well done. Who am I to say well done? I have given up my body for this universe and the universe is using it. And for me, that is the way to live. We're all instruments, divine instruments here who have come to do the divine work. We can't say we are doing, I'm doing. There is no I, we. We're all here for only one thing, just being that passage, the empty pipe through which this divine will get its work done. The more we make us empty, the more beautiful this life will become. And right now, being empty, I can connect to each one of you. It is amazing. Because if you read Immortal 2, you understand what's the value of being empty. If you don't be empty, you can see only one side of life. If you are empty, you can see every side of life. Because you can connect to every vibration on this earth. Only if you're empty. For being empty, it's very easy. But for human being, it's very difficult to be empty. Why? Because of the mind. It is the mind that does not let us become empty. It's that mind that wants to hold on because only through mind the ego can survive. If no mind, no ego. No ego, there is no me, there is no mind. And if there is no me, then no mind, then why do we have all this? Oh, I have to do this, I have to do. No, we have to do nothing. Even if we don't do anything, this world will just go on. It is the myth that we are in that I have to do this and only because of me, everyone is surviving. Masters, experiment if you want to. I also was in the myth. You want to do. If you feel I have a social responsibility, a community responsibility, by all means do. Nobody's stopping. But not because if you stop, this world will stop. Never. This world always existed before you. It is existing with you. It will exist in spite of you. If that is the case, why are we wasting our time? Why? Not required. But that mind won't let you. The mind is the only place where ego resides. And what does ego do? It wants to hold on. If you make mind empty, ego will die. And if ego dies, there is nothing about me or mine. If there is no me, no mind, imagine how your life will be. It's a totally different life, masters. So the mind holds on. And as long as the mind is in its full form means with the complete physicality, mind is required. I'll tell you why. But in our form, the way we have complicated mind, if this complicated mind remains the way it is bigger than the wall of China. Between, who is on the other side? Your soul, your divinity. And on this side, your body. Your body cannot even reach the divinity. We are trying. But this wall of China is too big, too strong. And that's the only reason why we don't feel we are Lakshmi Devi, we are Parvati Devi, we are Jesus, we are Allah. That's the only reason. The day the mind collapses, the minute, even for a minute, if we can collapse, just for a second, this is how we feel. Like you have come out of the water for a breath. We are drowning. We are drowning, but we are so lame that we don't even know we are drowning. That is the story of our life. Because, see, if you have never seen any other world, but only the prison, if you have spent all your life in the prison and you have not seen anything else, and everyone in the prison only knows prison, what other world will we know, madam? Tell me. There's nobody to tell you what it sounds outside, what it looks outside, what are the creatures outside, roads outside. You think this is the world. There used to be a movie, George Clooney movie, I can't remember the name, very beautiful. They all live in a dome. Yeah? And the dome is looking like a sky. So people, it's a very old movie. Actually, you guys all should, I'll find out the name. But guys, if you remember that English movie name, please put it in the chat because it's a very good movie. They have created this experimental world where, yeah, people all wake up in that world and, it's a very, very controlled world. And nobody dare walk away, but George Clooney does. For that, you have to climb up the stairs and get out. But no, nobody has the courage to even question, is this the real world? Nobody. Then one day, the hero comes and he questions, I wonder what is there on the other side. And then the question comes, the steps appear. Till then, no steps. Masters, are you understanding the analogy between life and this book, this movie? It's one of my favorite movies. I saw this before I got into spirituality. Good movie? No, it is the essence of life. I'm so sorry, I forgot the name. I used to be very good at remembering, but now so much of love and bliss that I don't remember any of his names now. But anyway, it'll all come back. I'm sure this young man, he'll find out. One day you will find out and then you can tell everybody. But see, when the steps appeared, when he asked the question, right? Till then, nobody asked the question. Shriyan, your name is in it. Yeah. Shriyan, till the point that they didn't ask the question, steps never appeared. So people thought, oh, okay, this is beautiful. You get whatever you want in that world, right? And when we look up, beautiful sky, okay. But then George Clooney asked this question, is there anything beyond this? Then steps appear. When steps appear, then his girlfriend says, no, don't climb. He says, no, I'll take a step. The moment he puts the step, first only 4 steps. Then he climbed another 4. He reaches the dome and then the door appears. And when he opens the door, he steps out. This is the story of our life. We've all been living that everything is okay. Yeah, you're having problems. Husband fought with you. Having domestic violence. That's okay. Everyone also lives like that now. So what's big about it? So this is how life goes. Or my life is in, down to earth. I don't care. It's okay. Or I just finish this life somehow. Or if it gets too difficult, I know how to finish my life halfway through. That's how people are living here. But the day the question comes, is there anything beyond? The answer will appear not only to George Clooney, to each one of us who in Telugu we say the word tapana, with thirst, with real thirst. You have to be like pyasa for that. Only then the answer will appear. Till you think, yeah, this life is okay, another life. Nothing wrong. You may say, madam, anything wrong? No, nothing wrong. You want to spend another 1,000,000 lives? So that's the beauty of this universe. It will never judge anyone. It's full of love. I want to live 3 more lives in the same life. Okay, do it what you want. Yes. But when you think, maybe there is more to life, someone will come into your life. Some beautiful soul will come into your life. Some generous hand will come forward to give you that hand and to tell you, come, darling, I'll show you more. And when you hold that hand and you try to take 1 step, then you realize not only that word is beautiful, everything else was beautiful. It's just that I closed my eyes to it, right? So this is how my counseling session started. One came, the other came. And do I know everything? I don't know anything. I just told them what I felt right at that time. Until now, I don't know how many hundreds and thousands of counseling I've done. Not one has come for the second counseling. One is enough. Because whatever they are getting is going to their soul. They're feeling, yes, this is true. What am I doing? And I'm making them think, not I. Universe through me is making them think. And thinking is good enough. Once the thinking process starts, see what happens in the counseling session. Okay, you will need 3 counseling sessions. You come, I'll tell you what to do. You come, I'll give you the second step. You come, a dependency starts. You don't need any dependency on anybody. You have to start thinking. So that's how my life started. Started with something that I wanted to share. I'm happy, I want to share my happiness. So I started taking sessions. On weekend, I used to take sessions. Now, how can I get a hall? Like Satya madam was looking for a hall. I say, oh, okay, Sunday I want to do a session. What do I do? This is 2004, Satya. I've never done sessions in public. So these sessions, not at all. Now, again, I'm thinking, I'm not going to go ask my husband, give me $200. I've got to go hire her. Because I've never done it before. He'll ask me, what are you going to talk? I don't have answers. See, the moment it came into my mind, some lady called me. I'm from Sai Baba Samsthan, Camberwell Center. Oh, Revti, it's been such a long time. Thank you, Revti, wherever you are. She just passed away last week. Humble gratitude to her. Saroja, how is life going? Like after 2 years, she rings me, how is life going? Amazing, Revti. What's happening? Revti, I want to do a session. I'm looking for her. Yeah, come. We got hall in Baba Samsthan. I'll give you. I need overhead projector. I think I've been doing corporate presentation. I don't know what else to do. I need overhead projector. Yeah, we have everything. You come. I don't know how many people will come. Yeah, I got 100 chairs. You come. Really? Yeah.
You must take care of it.
Pack bag, my computer, go. My 2 children with me. They would tag along, everyone. My little daughter's son. Amma, we have to do some help, na? Put some notebook or something. Come, let's go with Amma. If they feel good, no, taking responsibility. Then I go there, everything is there. Revti, I brought biscuits. Is it all right if I put them? Yeah, I'll provide tea. She provide tea, I got biscuits. I don't know who will come. Huh? I don't know. Will start coming. Okay, there's somebody interested. Okay, we'll talk. So I started. I don't have a name, no organization. Na? Saroja Self-Empowerment Workshops. I'm empowering because if you say spirituality, people are running away. I realized by then, okay, nobody's interested. Spirituality is only when you turn 90 or 80 or after you die. So I said, if I put first session spirituality, Saroja's self, everyone likes empowerment, women empowerment, self-empowerment. So some empowerment word should be there. So Saroja Self-Empowerment Workshops. Yeah, looks good. Who can I ask? My son and my daughter, 7 and 5. Emma Per Baunda. Ma, super. Oh, good. I got good feedback. My 2 advisors. Really, madam, my gurus. Even today, if I have a question, I ask them. So then Saroja Self-Empowerment, fully PowerPoint expert, no corporate world. So yeah, you can never forget, madam, those lives. How can you forget? And then one after another walking in, very happy. I started off 3-hour session, non-stop. Then I realized everyone so happy at the end of the session. This is all I wanted. This happiness to spread everywhere. And thus started Saroja Self-Empowerment Happiness Workshops. How many sessions I have done on that one topic, 500 sessions. Even today, people ask me, Amma, can you do the happiness session? Okay, no problem. But that's how I got into the community. And I realized not only happiness, there is so much that is required in this world. And I realized a crash course, though, universe had poured so much wisdom into me. It wasn't for me, it was to go into the world. So then I did a proper inauguration ceremony and I realized this wall of mind has to come down for the union of body and soul. We all talk about yoga. Yoga is union, we all know, but union of what? Union of body and soul. With the wall of mind in between, it's becoming difficult. And when I realized that, then it was very easy to explain others why it is so difficult. People used to come and ask me, even in counseling, Ma, they all say we are God, we are God. When we are closing our eyes for that 30 minutes, half an hour, everything seems hunky-dory, beautiful, blissful. Moment we open the eyes into the world, gone everything. You come to the house, the real world is there in front of you, work. This is what I explain them. Meditation is just not closing your eyes. You have to practice that meditative effect, that meditative state, even when you are with open eyes. Otherwise, you're only training. I do meditation 2 hours a day. After that, what? After that, I don't know. Then waste. Training is good. See, when children learn how to swim, what do? We give them floaties, right? We give them floaties and say, you swim. But then how long will those floaties be? You have to remove those floaties sometime now. But if you don't remove, then what will happen? Madam, do we have any fan or AC here now? No. Can you please keep very hot? Thank you. So, you're all right, Amma? Okay. So, what is important is, can you continue this meditative state after you have opened your eyes? Meditation is like putting on floaties because I have closed my eyes. The moment you close your eyes, 80% world is shut. You can't see 80% signal out. And remaining 20% is your other sensory organs, which you can manage. So it's all about that opening and shutting of eyes. And the moment you open your eyes and you see the real world, again, all the challenges, your anger, your frustration, your depression, everything back. So being in floaties is okay. But the goal is someday the floaties have to come out and you have to swim, not with effort, effortlessly. Then only the real challenge is, right? So people ask me, Yala, how, Amma, we are struggling even today. 90% of people who come to me only with this meditation, it's bliss. Moment we open, this is the world. How can we change it? Nothing outside will change, masters. Should not change also. It should be exactly it is. If your husband is angry with you all the time, he should be like that only. If your wife is grumpy, she should be like that. Why? Because that's how they are meant to be. And we were meant to come into this world like this. We chose this moment. Moment didn't choose us, remember. Always remember, I'm here. Nobody has forced me. Though Satya is very kind enough, she says, oh, I asked madam came. Yes, it's all good. Thank you for your gratitude. But I am the one who chose to be here. If I am hot, I can't blame the weather. I chose to come to LA, right? LA did not say, you have to be here so and so day. Not only that, I can only request, madam, can you please switch on the AC? If she says no, okay, thank you, madam. Because I chose. If I go out and sit in Satya's car, I am choosing that moment. Moments will not change for us, masters. Nothing in this physical world will change because we don't want that to change. No, madam, I want that. You are thinking, but deep inside, your soul wants nothing to change because that is how you planned your moment. You just want to drop in that moment, everything else like that. Then you do your part. No, I want that madam to smile a little bit more because she's really annoying. She's not smiling. No, it won't happen. You have to keep talking while that madam is like that, while that madam is like that, while this little master. The problem is the moment you open your eyes, everywhere expectation. She's not meeting my demand because she did not switch on the AC when I got into her car. She could not switch on my light. No. Everything will be the way that is meant to be. You perform. You do your part. Why? Because we chose to be here, masters. The moment you understand this simple logic, life becomes easy. Expectation go down to the ground. You will be always in a meditative state. You know why people have to do meditation? Because we are in total physicality. And someone comes and says, you are a divine master. Please realize you're divine. No, I feel like SHIT. I don't feel like divine. Okay, you don't feel it? Okay, close your eyes, sit down. Now you feel your divinity. How many days you're going to shut yourself up to connect your divinity? You can't operate in this world like that. No, madam, only when the room is dark and nobody comes in the room, I'm in bliss. The moment somebody walks in, I'm This is how the life is, Amma. What can we do? So realize nothing will change for you, should not change. Because we chose the moment. Every moment in our life, we chose. Everything is physicality around us, including people. No, madam, they are living things. Living thing is also your physicality. Except you, everything was meant to be exactly like this. You just plonked into this moment, live this moment, go on into the next moment. Life is moment to moment to moment. No, we think about 10 years ahead. Oh my God, tomorrow is my son's exam. Why? Another 5 years. How am I going to marry my daughter? Another 10 years, my retirement. No, this is all it matters. Looking into this madam's eyes only matters to me in this moment. I don't care what's my family going to say, that why you were in the session for 6 hours. That's their problem. They will ask me. అదేంటే పెళ్లి పెట్టుకొని అంతసేపు వెళ్ళిపోయావు ఇన్ హింदी शादी है घर में 6 घंटे चले गए आप वो तो सुनना पड़ेगा वो तो बाद में सुन लेंगे but in this moment what matters is only this because that's what my heart is craving for our heart why madam only your heart craves everyone's heart craves for that moment experience why we don't understand is mind will spin stories all this in our mind that is going on stories who is spinning stories our ego that's how ego can survive ego wants to survive see if you don't go home on time then your reputation will be bad you like that Satya madam will think like that madam will this is mind games so person who has stepped onto the path of self realization I don't use the word spirituality I don't like it it's too difficult, madam. Spirituality, there is no understanding. Everyone has put everything into spirituality and said, this is also, let's not talk. Self-realization. What is self? What is realization? Let's talk about these two words. Self means ourselves. Realization means we are realizing something which already exists. Nothing new is coming, right? Realization only happens when something is already there. What are we realizing? We are realizing we are divine. We are always divine. But along the line, somewhere the connection has been lost. So all we are doing is realize who we are, realize our beauty, realize our divinity. They're all connected. Once you realize you're divine, you already realized you're beautiful. Even we get ready, madam wearing a beautiful saree. Yeah, it's good. I will wear. I don't have. Even then, I'm beautiful. I was talking to somebody else. I don't know you or you. Said, this madam. He said, Amma said, oh, beautiful saree. Thank you, Amma. Oh, I thought I can come like this. That's beautiful too. What beauty? Beauty lies when not in the eyes of the beholder, in your own eyes. You're feeling happy means you're beautiful. Then you don't care for anyone's applaud. You don't want this. Yeah, Saroja, you talked well. Nah, I am happy. Can you feel that happiness? Connect to this part. If you can, I will give you a guidance of how to do it. I won't make you all do meditation. You can do it at your home. I want to guide you something different that you can go from here and anywhere in 2 minutes you can connect and you can feel divine, you can feel beautiful, and you think, my heart is going to explode. Then you don't want anything from what you want from this world when your heart is going to explode, masters. Isn't it? You are all looking for that kind of beauty. We are all looking for that kind of a beauty. But for that to happen, the mind wall has to drop. That's the main important aspect of life. Very important. And when the mind vanishes, it will come back again. When ego says, oh, I'm dying, I have to somehow come back into picture, then it will bring back the mind. But when the mind has subsided, then the body looks at the soul. Oh, you and I are the same. You are my reflection. But mind didn't let us look at our reflection, right? Because it doesn't want you to look at the reflection. Because what will happen the moment you look at your reflection, if you know you are Rama, you are Sita, you are Christ, then this game gone. Dukan band, khel khatam. What is there to play after that, madam? There's nothing. That madam didn't smile. Okay, thank you. That madam laughed. Thank you. You hit. Yes, it pains. Thank you. It doesn't pain. Still thank you. Mind is a very important thing, masters. Even meditation, you know why we are doing? To make our mind zero, isn't it? That's what meditation is for.
Mind.
But today I went 2 steps back. Why mind should be zero? We all do meditation to empty the mind. Why? But why you should empty the mind? We all should understand that, Now that we know why we need to empty the mind, now we don't need to sit in meditation. Even when we are outside, oh, it's only making mind zero. I will find some way, even with open eyes, right? So, in my journey of self-realization, I realized very soon that the whole game is of self-realization is making our mind zero, making our mind empty. So all the time we have to keep reminding this spiritual journey or self-realization path. You need reminder. That's why we have satsanga, isn't it? Why do we have all these people, like we look for people meditation? Those bye. All these meditation people, we give one kind of look to each other. I understand you, you understand me. Why? Because go step on the common man's world, nobody will talk this language. What rubbish are you talking? Yeah. But when I look at Satya, Satya looks at me. Yeah, Satya, I understand you. Because we know what is physicality, we know what is divinity, and we know how to bring it all together. And hence the look in our faces, the smug look saying, Are main janti hu. Yeah, I know you, that kind of a look. And that is what our Sajjana Satsanga is. We look for these connections. We try to come together. Why? For our survival. What survival? So that there is a constant reminder we get from this group. You are divine, you're divine, you're divine. Why do I need reminder? It's very easy to forget. The moment I open my eyes out of the meditation, gone out the divinity out of the window. Constant reminders, constant reminders. So if that's the game, then I thought, why not name my foundation as Beyond Your Mind? It will give me constant reminders. Saroja, go beyond your mind, go beyond your mind. And now, in our global family of spiritual seekers, every time we are saying, Beyond Your Mind Foundation. Now even foundation word people have dropped. Amma, beyond your mind, beyond your mind. That itself is like, go beyond your mind, go beyond your mind. It's like a big chisel, all the time. Again, I always tell about this story. Back in India, when parents used to name their children, they used to name Rama, Krishna, Saraswati. Now it's different. Ka, A, Pa. Now the children's names are like that. No problem, they can have. But those days, like, our generation, Satya, Saroja, Lavanya, there's some God name. Why? Because they used to think at the deathbed, everyone says, Ram bhajan karo, but deathbed, you don't know in what state you will be, right? No one will remember Rama, Krishna, but you will remember your children. Because that relationship you never forget. Then you will call, Krishna, please come and give me a glass of water. So if you name your children with God's name, at least by default, you're calling God. So that's why they used to name their children Saraswati, Lakshmi, Parvati. These used to be the names. I remembered that logic. I thought that's the reason I should name this foundation Beyond Your Mind or Forget Your Mind. But if I say forget your mind, then it looks very negative. Like, what is she trying to do? Is she asking us to go to mental hospital? So I thought, no, we'll use something like go beyond your mind. Then people ask, Madam, what is beyond? It's a good icebreaker, when I go to conferences and I have my tag Beyond Your Mind Foundation. Oh, that's an interesting name. What do you mean by Beyond Your Mind? Yeah, come, I'll tell you. Then they say, how to go beyond mind? Oh, yeah, please. So just like a nice icebreaker. At the same time, all the masters, they all get a chance, a reminder, go beyond your mind, right? So that's how the Beyond Our Mind Foundation name came into existence. And back to Patri sir. Patri sir smiled and he said, only you can do it, Saroja. Like having such kind of weird names, only you can do it. No, nobody can do it. So yeah, very happy to remember Patriji on such a beautiful day. So as we moved on, Beyond Your Mind Foundation had different forums. I started very small, masters. This was a solo journey. Again, taking Madam gave a good clue start for the session. So I'm just picking from there and going forward. Thank you, Amma. I hope I didn't bore you with too much of personal things. So then I went forward in this journey, lot of reading. I'm a bookworm. And I tell you, being a bookworm is a beautiful thing. You evolve very quickly, very quickly. So, as you all know, I don't have to teach you, Jnana is a very important part of self-realization. Dhyana is important, but without Jnana, Beyond Your Mind Foundation, I clearly say, if a train has to move forward, we need two tracks, the parallel tracks. Similarly, for a life, we need two eyes. I mean, there are people who are without eyes. That's a different thing. But in self-realization path, if Dhyana is one eye, Jnana is the second eye. You cannot complete this journey just with Jnana or just with Dhyana. You have to acquire knowledge. You have to keep practicing. Theory, practice, theory, practice. And as you keep hand in hand, you will be surprised the moment you gain knowledge and you sit for meditation, your meditation experiences have already doubled and tripled. So again, knowledge, again, Dhyana. Never do one or the other alone. Yes, you can do. Nobody's stopping you from doing anything. But if you want to make this journey successful, meaningful, and really you want to accelerate, but it's okay if you don't want to accelerate, there's no rule. Then with my personal experience, and all masters know on our BYM platform, it's a must. No, I can't read books, then sit for the sessions. There's so many wisdom sharing sessions going on. Knowledge is important for accelerated evolution. It helps in your meditation too. Patriji was a big fan of books. He encouraged books. I mean, people who like reading books, there is nothing more than that. You are in a different world, and there is a heaps of books around. So I don't even have to tell people, how books are available. So masters, Dhyana and Jnana, take it on a parallel path. Madam, I don't have time. Yeah, but 1 page a night before you go to bed. My daughter is a doctor. She has no time. I request her 1 page a month just before you go to bed. But reading is important. Whether you read, whether audiobook, podcast, doesn't matter. 1 page every night minimum. You will be surprised the pace at which your life, your journey will progress. And the happiness that comes, I cannot tell you. So as we are progressing from that one woman band of Saroja self-empowerment into this beautiful community of BYM, and my interaction with Patri sir and madam when I used to go to India, so it's an amazing journey that was going on. And in one of the journeys, Patri sir used to come to Melbourne quite a lot. And he came to our house, and when everyone was there, he suddenly, madam, you have to write a book. He says, people who have met him knows, but for others, he'll be just making an announcement. Madam, you have to write a book. I said, what book? I've never written a book. Book is never on my agenda. Then he told me, madam, you have to write a book because your life is a combination of many things. It teaches people how to be a professional, a working mother, a spiritual seeker, and a founder. It gives many different angles and paths to people who may come later in life and who may be looking for direction. I didn't believe a word I say about my life. See, this is how we think. Each one of us think, what can I do to the community? We have no idea that one soul somewhere on this planet is looking for that information, and that can help. I was also like that, Amma. He told and he went away and said, my life is not worth writing a book. I'm not going to write a book. But Patriji being Patriji, 6 months back, he was again in Melbourne. He said, madam, how is the book going? A poor thing. I mean, only out of my friendship and my respect for him, I thought, oh, this man is asking me so many times. I'll do it. And I sat for writing a book, and in 15 days, I finished it. And I wrote with passion, Amma. I didn't eat. This is how I am. This is how I work. This is how I live. I'm a very passionate person. If I sing with passion. If I dance with passion. Whatever I'm doing, I'm heart and soul into it, more after self-realization, because now I know how to enjoy life. This is what enjoying life is. Doing something, do it fully. Don't do half-heartedly. We came to this planet to experience every moment completely, not 20%, not 30%, not thinking. Don't think. If you think you should be somewhere, go be somewhere. Don't be here. If even at this moment, oh my God, Satya is my friend, that's why I came. It's okay. We are relieving you. Satya's friendship you have kept so far. Now go. I can even talk to a chair. No problem. No, I'm being honest, Amma. We should live our life like that. Half of the things we do in the life is for somebody. Oh, because. No. You live for yourself. Otherwise, how many more lives we are going to live? We lived like this millions of lives. One more life? You want to? Okay, do it. I don't want to. I want to live my life completely. 100% means 200%. So, I want to dance, I will dance. But, oh, no, madam, I have not trained dancing. Doesn't matter. Enjoy. No, madam, my voice is not good. Who cares? People don't want to listen, they will leave the room. You sing. Yes, madam. Yeah. Why we have to look for approval? Then we will sing and then we will look at, is she smiling? Oh, that means I'm not singing well. Doesn't matter. Even if she puts her fingers in eyes, it is not our problem. We have to enjoy half of the life. We are not living, Amma, because we are waiting others' reaction, approval. Madam laughed, madam didn't laugh, husband smiled, husband didn't smile. Today, husband didn't say my food was good. That means it's disaster. No, they are caught up in their own life. They don't know what to do. They are struggling. Nobody has an agenda against us, but we think the whole world is scheming against us. Nobody cares. Yeah. Honestly, nobody cares about us. If they don't care, why do we care? Because of our mind. Mind is spinning, spinning, spinning. So then I wrote this book, Passion. The Red Rose. I didn't give the name, madam, so I can't take the credit. Name also, he told me. Madam, call it the Red Rose. Okay, sir, I don't have to think about it. So 15 days, Amma, I used to go in my favorite cafeteria. I took time off because otherwise after work, I don't have much time. But when I started writing, I enjoyed it. I framed it 19 chapters. I never thought I have 19 chapters in my spiritual life. But then it was only a short journey, right? Fully chapters. I enjoyed. Then I thought that's why he would have asked me to write because he knows I will enjoy it. I thoroughly enjoyed. I wrote the book. Then I thought, in that first page I have written, after I wrote with my heart, I wrote, this was 2011, and I wrote, even if one person on this planet can get this much of peace or happiness from my book, I think the purpose of writing this book is served. But millions have read this book. This book has transformed many lives. It has been translated into Telugu, thanks to Swarupa madam and the team who did it. And people are reading and saying, Amma, this has changed our life. See, I always said, what can this book do? It's only my journey. It's transforming people's life, bringing happiness. So then I look back and say, I always say to Patriji, thanks, friend. If you didn't ask me second time, I would not have written. He read. He was the one who proofread it.
I know. Because I was reading this because the way he reads, he just reads it and just, okay.
So when he came back, I gave him my manuscript. See, when I didn't write, he used to say, why didn't you write? When I wrote, he said, did you already write it?
Yeah.
Then I thought, unnecessarily, I rushed it. Why did I rush? Sir, I took 2 weeks leave. Did you? Did you write this book in 15 days? I said, oh, so I did well. Yeah, you did very well, madam. Oh, good, okay. So he proofread it. And then Shivappa published it. And in 2011, Dhyan Mahachakra, this book was released. And I forgot all about it after that. But then many masters came back and said, it has touched the way, different people from different angles, people who have children, they saw the way a spiritual mother's journey, how she brought her children into it. Both my children, I can't call them children. This is a journey of 3 masters.
Yes. Yes,
my 2 children are my gurus. They are my gurus. Do they meditate every day? No, it's not my job to tell whether what they should do. It's not. But if I have a predicament, I have a question. They are the people I go to. Do I get my answers? Perfect. Even when my son was 10 years old, I had a lecture on karma. And I had doubts. So I sat with him and said, Nikhil, I have to give this karma lecture, but I'm stuck here. He said, Amma, sit down, I'll tell you. He talked about 10 minutes about karma and I was writing down. And masters, that day in the session, I spoke that and it was, thank you so much. I will need this every session. So I think if hosts are there in my US trip, make sure we have this, okay?
Teachers.
Because a lot of love tears are going to come out and you don't want madam's makeup to go bad, right? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Satya. I like to make my sessions interactive, heartful. You're not here to listen to me. Who am I to tell you? I can only share my experience and I can only tell you what touched here and what touched millions here through me. Only that I wanted to share today. Because you all have come here on a Sunday. Sunday is such a precious day for you guys and for me too.
You made our day.
Thank you, Ma. I'll be honored if that's done.
Yes. Yes.
So I often went to my children and asked, and their answers perfect. So we have to trust, we have to believe. And that's what I saw in my book, that parents started coming and then see how things happen. They started asking me, Amma, can you help us how to bring up children with spiritual thinking, with divine thinking? Again, human being, the question marks and oh, I'm not a teacher. No, madam, can you? This universe showed many things, masters, that I kept saying, what can I do, kind of a thing. So when my journey started Beyond Your Mind Foundation, which I just put a short blurb here for people who knows most now, but anyway. So I'm engineer by profession and I started my community work in 2007. I quit my work in 2018. I'll tell you why, because by then this Beyond Your Mind Foundation had become so big. I was having no sleeps in the nights because this is a global foundation. The counseling request used to come in the middle of the night. Somebody has real trouble and I can't sleep when people have issues. And I would just get up in the middle of the night and start counseling. And nothing happened to me, but my husband started getting worried that you work and then night you're not sleeping because you have this 24/7 global service. And he asked the right question to me. Do you still need to work? See, that question has to come, masters. I had reached a stage where I was myself thinking, my thirst of corporate thing is already done. There's nothing more to do. Yes, money is coming. I mean, I'm being very honest. Money is coming. Why you want to quit? Yes, but this work was suffering. I didn't realize that. I thought I'm doing. And is the work so big that I have to quit my job? I'm telling you how universe does for you. Universe was being kind to me. So it was giving me enough work to fill in my 24/7. So I was getting up in the night, doing counseling, doing sessions on the weekend, working, doing everything. And then my husband said, Saroja, many people don't know what to do with their lives. At least you have another passion. You quit. Say goodbye to your job and do. I said, but do you think this is a full-time work? People haven't. I said, I don't mind doing, but you have to do the right thing by family too. We all have the question. And then all I needed was he saying, no, you must do it. Thanks to Harish. And I quit my work in 2018. Day 2, masters. The work has gone 200%, 400%. That universe, now even 24 hours is not enough. Universe has been kind enough that, okay, you fill up your plate. Now, even this time is not enough. I'm telling you this from 2018, the journey has really gone so far. Now we have, I'm just quickly going forward. When I started this BYM, my single journey and the passion. So I used to do, COVID started, I did a lot of online session. And during the COVID, my BYM started and I started getting a lot of visions in my meditation. Masters were directly instructing me now to do things. And I normally don't talk about these visions and stuff in my sessions, but the reason I mentioned was one of the key vision was to start an academy. The word academy was not given. It said Vishwa Vidyalaya, it's for university. And masters showed me the blueprint of exactly how they wanted, what they wanted. And I won't give the whole detail, but I'll tell you one thing, what they said. You have to start they were not talking to me. There were 4 people in the room. I won't go into the details, but they were talking among themselves saying, she has to start a Vishwa Vidyalaya where she need to have children from 0 years to 99 plus years. And they were talking about a lot of many other things, and which is immaterial here. And then after when I finished vision and came out, he said, what am I going to do? What are they talking about? You don't have any clarity when you get these messages. Then I thought, if things have to happen, let them help. So I, with open-minded, I said, give me more information I can't do. At the same time, when I went for brushing, and I got a call from US, there's another master who was like panting and said, Amma, I just got a vision. And he got exactly the same what I got. So this was master sending me saying, you're not making up your mind, you have to do it. So when I heard from that master from New Jersey telling me exactly what I saw, then I said, I also saw the same thing, but I have to think what to do. So the next 1 week, I just asked for direction, what to do. And I started with Crystal Children Corner Academy for children, 5 to 18 years old, which is running globally. It's a weekend school. And what do we teach here? Holistic wisdom. What is holistic wisdom? People always ask me. Holistic wisdom is a wisdom, physicality, emotional side, our soul side, our spirit side. We are not teaching children the right education. We all know. We only talk physics, chemistry, biology, maths, physics. It is good. But really, when the emotional problem starts, children don't know what to do. Parents don't know how to help them. I don't want to mention this statistics here, but because I do a lot of counseling for children in university, the suicide rate in teenagers is just going up and up. And it breaks my heart that these children, they have no emotional support and they don't have enough emotional knowledge to brace themselves up when the issues come. And when I go to universities for counseling, it just breaks my heart listening to their issues. I would hate to say that just for this small problem, you want to take your life out. But for them, that small problem is this big. And that's when I thought, I know why I'm getting this message. So we teach about emotional knowledge. We talk what is anger. We talk what is hatred. Children don't, adults also don't understand, but I don't care about adults. We have already done our lives. At least our next generation. They don't know how to understand when the anger comes, when hatred comes. They don't know how to handle this so-called stupid competition that's going on and the pressure that's coming on from the society. And the more I started counseling, I realized what was my role in this counseling to understand what the current generation is going through and see how the universe plans. First counseling to give me that knowledge, and then this vision came. So when I did my syllabus for Crystal Children Corner Academy, I knew exactly what syllabus to do it. How do I know? I don't know. I used to sit with a plain piece of paper and the topics and subjects used to come down. So this I'm talking about 2019 when we formed this. And then Saroja never came into my mind how to start it. The same day, one of the masters from Melbourne called me and said, Amma, I want to do something more. I want to do something for the children. I thought, good candidate. I said, you are the main director of Crystal Children Corner Academy. He said, what is Crystal Children Corner Academy? I said, I don't know. I just found out this morning. He said, okay, Amma, you told we'll do it. So masters were just coming to me asking for work as and when this was releasing from the universe. And then I said to him, put up a registration form. I'm making a syllabus for the children. Put up a registration form and see whoever is interested, just float it. He floated the registration form, Google form. Meanwhile, see the crash course that was happening. Meanwhile, I'm here putting up a syllabus. I'm thinking 5 to 18. How can I teach all these children in one class? It's not possible. And in the next meditation, 3 groups, 5 to 11, 11 to 14, 14 to 17. And even the crystal name that I should call it Crystal Children was also given because the next generation, this generation, is a crystal generation. So every category was given a name. So we have Moonstone for 5 to 9. Then for the next, we have Amethyst. And then for 14 to 17, we have Jasper. So every category is a crystal name and for a purpose, amazing purpose that it has come over to us. So this Crystal Children Corner Academy was nicely formed. And I don't have teachers, masters. I didn't even think, it's okay. Saroja can do it. She has done it before. And when we got the forms back, within 1 week, we got 750 people interested. They wanted the children to. Then I said in the platform, okay, whoever wants to learn, join us. So people wanted to be the teacher. So what I'm saying is we don't have to worry much. Things just come along the way. So many projects masters, as we were going along, so to the point that now we have our own.
Next please.
This is not going, isn't it?
Mouse.
Should I use the mouse? Okay,
You
sorry.
can use theirs.
Okay.
Or
Oh no, it's not reflected.
I think it's supposed.
or is it this one?
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, it's on the wrong.
What happened? Escape.
It's frozen.
That's frozen.
Yeah.
You kind of.
It's that.
Right, just bring it to the original one.
Oh, that's all right. I'll just keep talking. Don't worry.
Yeah,
Okay, then.
you can discuss.
If you can just open this up,
Yeah, that's more interesting.
Yeah. we just talk.
Please, yeah.
Yeah, you can anyway engage, isn't it? You can understand what I'm saying. You
Yeah.
don't need this. Yeah. So as we moved forward, there was one slide I really wanted to show, but this is how universe wants. Yeah, no problem. That's okay. So as we went forward, see, universe really finds a way. I'm just trying to see if it's on the PowerPoint here. Maybe I can just turn it around and I'll show you.
It's last year is not.
That's okay, masters. I'll just try to turn it around. This is where BYM stands here today with 16 odd projects. And this is a project not only for children, for all age. Remember the message that I got, 00 to 99. 99, I understand they're saying to people who are, old as, but what is 00? This was one thing which I asked, give me clarity. I have no understanding. Once the child is born, we understand, but what is 00? And before that, it's not a dress size, isn't it? And the vision that was given was, I'm giving you a lot of information, which you may struggle for some aspects, but it's okay. The information has to go. That's how universe wants. So I'm saying all this. I don't know how much you know about the time that we are in the moment on this planet. It's called the time of ascension. In Sanskrit, it's called Yuga Sandhi. It's a transition time where we are moving from one era into another era. It's a photon band era. I'm trying to use many terminology. If you haven't heard one, at least you would have heard the other. The earth vibrations are changing very fast, very fast. You all would have heard year 2012 was a big thing. Why? The whole phase that we are in the moment is called the time of ascension. That means when there is a transition going on, some people will understand if I use Sanskrit terms, but even then I'll try to make it simple for children. Every era comes up with a vibration of the planet. The planet is vibrating at one frequency. When the planet has to step change into another era, we call yugas, then the earth goes through a transition phase. At the moment, planet Earth, Mother Earth, is going through a transition phase where the vibrations are going very high because the transition has to happen, right? And that's why there are a lot of people who are jumping on the bandwagon of self-realization because of the acceleration going on. We can't feel it physically, but if you can shut your mind for 1 second, then you will feel that the high vibrations, you can connect to that. So when I asked for the clarity, what was 00, the message that was given to me is, in every transition phase, it's not happening right now. It has happened many times in the past. Once people have moved from one yuga to another yuga, the transition has always happened. Every time during the transition phase, there are a lot of souls. Now, there could be terminologies which are new to you, but if I have a chance to again come for a session, Satya, I will explain that in detail, because every self-realization seeker need to know this. It's very important. Otherwise, how we are going to evolve if we don't know the minimum things? So every transition phase, when Earth is going through the transition phase, there are souls which are called Vruddhatma. They are matured souls who are waiting to take birth. Who are mature souls? If I have a chance again, I'll definitely tell you what soul cycle is, how the soul goes. But today I don't have that much time, and I'm giving you a lot of information in this 2-3 hours. So the Vruddhatmas, the mature souls, they wait to come onto the earth at this time. Why? Because you can clear a lot of karmas. In this phase, you can clear a lot of karmas. Other times, you can only clear so much. But these Vruddhatmas are in the end of their soul cycle, so they want to clear off quickly. They're all waiting to come onto this planet Earth. So they are waiting for a womb that can match their frequency. They can't come and take birth into anyone's womb. They can't just enter anyone because the frequency. Vruddhatmas are those who have been on this spiritual journey for God knows how long. They are in the last phase. They will not just take birth anywhere and everywhere. The frequency has to match. So they are waiting. They are struggling. There are not that many fertile grounds. Fertile means the vibration grounds that they can jump into. So the message that masters were giving is, raise the vibration of the mothers who want children. So is that what 00 is? Yes. These are the souls who haven't come onto this planet yet. So you start classes for mothers. They give you such clarity when you ask them. Because first time I didn't understand. Then I realized, oh, it's not about Crystal Children Corner Academy where I'm doing classes for children. I have to start classes for parents. So hence we started spiritual parenting program. And everything, again, that was divided into 3 groups. One group is for those parents who want children and who want noble divine souls to come. So we are training them. So I personally I don't hand over these classes to people because this is just channeling. I can't give it to anyone else. So the first one we call is the sacred session, where the couple, we call it the sacred love session, where both the parents come and sit in my class. And all I give them is the knowledge. Once they have the knowledge, they have everything. That if you're really looking for a divine soul to enter, then what kind of a life you lead, what kind of an understanding. So it's a 5-hour session, which I do it in 2-3 classes. So that was the first category. The second category is for the mothers who have already have the soul in the womb, what kind of life to lead. So many questions for the parents. So the sacred womb class, everything is based on a crystal's name. So we have rose, ruby, so everything. And then after the child is born, again, the parents were supposed to be given training. What kind of knowledge do we give our children who are from 1 to 5-year-old? That is the most divine age of a children. They're full of divinity. So we call those classes sapphire. So ruby, rose, sapphire. So sapphire classes are for those parents who have children, but they have no clue how to retain the divinity. You know what we do, masters? We kill their divinity so that by the time they're above 5, they're like true copies of us. We have killed children's divinity, and I don't want that to happen anymore. So in that sapphire class, we teach parents what are the things, watch out for these signs, watch out for that signs. If children are telling you that, what does that mean? And the fourth one, that wasn't the vision of masters. That's the request of everybody saying, we have issues with teenagers. Can you please help us? Not issues with teenagers. They are not able to interact with teenagers. So this is the 4th class, which was a request of masters, not the divine masters asking me. This is my masters. So I hold the 4th one, which is called Emerald. And then every 2 weeks, we hold a session, Q&A. And all the teenagers, parents, they come and everything is spiritual. I do not go into physicality because that's not I'm not a counseling or a teacher. I'm here to teach how to connect to those divine souls. They are crystal generation. We have to take care of them properly. Just because we don't know, we can't treat them like trash. Just because we don't know, we can't make another copy of what we are. So this spiritual parenting classes, I have got a beautiful team. Every alternate week, they have a Q&A session going on throughout the year. So all these things that you're seeing, I don't know what we have at the moment. Yeah. Every project that is here, starting from Crystal Children Corner Academy, and this is Navodaya Masters. Everything masters asking one after another. Sorry, maybe you can keep working on that if you can.
Now
So-
I think
Oh, this.
Can I? Yeah. Okay.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to show, because people who need help or who can make use of this, please make use. Everything is free. There are 350 volunteers across the globe who are every minute they're serving. And I've trained so many people, and the training is still in progress from all over the world. So this is Crystal Children Corner Academy for children from 5 to 17 years old. We have 3 groups of 3 different ages. We have different classes for different time zones. For US, Canada, we have different. For Europe, we have different. For India, different. For Australia, Pacific Islands, so everything is time zone. Viva Navodaya Masters, this is one of the most sacred projects. When we were running this Crystal Children Corner Academy for, everything is online because it's a global one. This request came to us from India. They saw our classes and they said, Amma, is it only for children who have parents? We're running orphanages. Can't this information go to our children? And really, masters, I felt so guilty. I thought it's so unfair. And see, this is how universe really shows you path. Only thing is, you have to be open. Don't be egoistic, like, oh, who are they to tell me? It opened up a new platform, which I called BYM Navodaya, for all the orphanages, deaf and dumb schools. Now, everywhere, our volunteers are personally going, because we can't do online for them, see. So we have trained volunteers who go to orphanages and give all the wisdom that we do online for children all over. So BYM Navodaya is a gift from the universe, something that I missed it, because I cannot understand every message that comes to me, masters. I'm also a human being with limitations, but universe will show you path only if you're open to hear. So this is for our orphanages and deaf and dumb school. BYM Acharya, it's a beautiful project, masters. When I started Crystal Children Corner Academy, I had this pain that how can children learn when the education system is not geared for that? So weekend I used to talk to them about how do we understand emotion. Then people used to say emotion management. You don't have to manage your emotions. Emotions are not for controlling. Emotions are not for managing. Why don't we have the understanding what are emotions for? So we used to start talking about emotions are a gift to us. We are human beings. We have been given emotions, not to curb it down, to completely feel it. But madam, how can we completely feel anger? Because you are not giving a chance to completely feel that anger, situations will come again and again to give you that experience. Because you're not letting it come and pass through you, which is called agama payana. Everything on this plane comes to you for your experience. But no, it's too painful. I don't want. It will come to you again, till you soak it. Oh, anger means this. I appreciate it now. This is how every emotion needs to be done. No, I don't want anger. I don't want hatred. We didn't come for that, masters. Life was for every experience. Being rich with experience. When you go back and your friends ask you, which experience you did? I did hatred, jealousy. It's like a syllabus. If you don't finish your syllabus, you'll come back again for jealousy. You'll fall in a family where everyone is jealous of you. You'll be crying. No, don't cry. They are giving you this because you asked for this. So much to learn, masters. Trust me. That's why when I start my sessions, they never end, because this is the beauty of life. We are not understanding the beauty. So why I'm talking? Because when I was explaining this, then I realized it is not the children, it's the education system. So I started talking to teachers when I went to India. And then teachers came to me and said, this is Telangana teachers. They said, Amma, you have to launch a program for teachers. I said, why would teachers come to me? They'll get angry. Who are you to tell us we are properly teacher trained, B.Ed, M.Ed, M.Ed? What course have you done? No, Amma, you do. Okay. Maybe universe is asking to me. I launched BYM Acharya, masters. I have seen the universe form. Now universities, they invite me for these sessions. I go to universities and talk to teachers, to students about what emotion is, how education system should be. It should not be fear-based, it should be love-based. And I'm so proud to say
that there was a session which I did with all the education department in Telangana. 200 Mandaladhikaris, they came and they all made notes and they fed back to me, Madam, we understood what you talked about love-based teaching. We are trying to change the system. I may be a drop in the ocean, madam, but if that drop can go across, it will bring a lot of change. And I'm not underestimating this because it is like a wave. If this drop goes to 10 people, that 10 people will take this drop to 100. And today, when I step in Hyderabad, the first people who come to me are teachers, universities. Amma, give us classes about how do we connect to our students, because our students, we have no relationship with them. Gone are those days where students can come and sit with teachers. Acharya Devo Bhava. There is no relationship. So I want to build back that relationship so that students and teachers fearlessly they talk and they build the love. See, teachers that we love, we never forget. So this BY Acharya project is such a great project, Masters. And our volunteers are taking it all around the world. This is Indigo Youth Platform. This is the Crystal Children Corner Academy, only goes to year 17 age. And then for youth, there are challenging issues in this world. We teach them meditation. We teach them divinity. But when they go into the world, can they really talk about this language? They can't. We are kind of almost done our lives, mid-30s, mid-40s. We might even take a chance and talk about, I meditate every day. But for somebody that age, 80, 90, it's not easy for them. And these children come back, these young adults, and ask, how do we take this concept to the society? It's okay behind the four walls, calling 4 meditators or 100 meditators or saying, let's do meditation. That's different. Going out on the open street and saying, I meditate, and this meditation helps me. It's very difficult. We are living in a different world. So this Indigo Youth Platform, we are teaching youngsters how to have that resilience when this kind of discussions happen in society. You have the authority, you have the knowledge, but how do we interact with the society in a way that we can pass this information? And this is going very well because what we are doing is, we're just not talking, we are giving them facts, science, evidence. So we invited one of our great masters. He's a doctor neuroscientist, and he's from Cleveland. And we invited him last year, Science of Gratitude. He has done research that when you are grateful, what are the neurological changes happen in the whole brain and the body. So I had a chat to him. I and he got connected, of course, all universe plan. And he got to see our work and he asked me to explain all this. And he said, I can be of help to you. I'm a neuroscientist and I'm doing research. And he said, what do you teach children? I said, the first lesson itself is about gratitude. What do you mean? So I told him, I said, when you start your day with gratitude, why would you say, what is gratitude? Thank you. Thank you is a gratitude, isn't it? So if I say thank you to you, that means by default, I have got something, isn't it? Like, why would I thank somebody? Satya madam or that lady, she put here, I said, thank you. Because all the way she came in. If you get up in the morning and start thanking, thank you, Satya, thank you. Our mind has already been conditioned that you already got something. That's why you're saying, so they're tricking our mind. We can't trick our mind. It's allowed in spirituality. So start your day with thank you, thank you, thank you, to the point, please don't laugh. In our global community, people thank their scooters because if you have to get up on scooter, thank you scooter, they will, because they treat scooter also part of the world. Sit in the car, thank you car, because without the car, the moment you say thank you, you already feel connection. See, connection. This life is about connection, connection, connection. So we teach children, if you're having a bad day, don't wait till the day has turned bad. You start the day good. You have the opportunity and the capacity to gear, start with a good gear, how you start your scooter, with thank you gear. So we have like so many classes on gratitude because I start my day with gratitude, masters. I start my day with gratitude because so much universe has shown us and given. What more can we ask? What more can we ask? I have nothing more to ask, honestly. Madam, you have everything? I have everything. My heart is exploding. I don't want anything more. So the moment you say, I don't want anything more, things will start walking. That is the trick of this. If you want more, never say, I want more. I don't want anything more. I have anything. Everything that you ever wanted will start walking into your life. Do this experiment, children. I ask children to do experiments. Get up in the morning. How to make your heart feel? That is a practice everyone has to do, which I teach children. You should feel that your heart is bursting because you have so much in your life. That you can't trick the universe, because the universe understands only one language, the language of energy, the language of vibration. You can't trick language of vibration. You really have to feel that, oh my God, I'm the luckiest person on the earth. And the energy will start flowing everywhere. That's enough. You want car, you want chocolate, it will walk into your life. Trust me. So when I started talking about this to that neuroscientist, he said, he was crying. Again, I understand the language of tears. And he said, can I please bring all my research data and can I talk to your children? Because we do this. I said, do it, our Indigo Youth platform. So all our youth, they found so much happiness to get some science. Why? Because now they can walk in the society and say, I have the research. The effect of gratitude. See, that's what children want. We can't say, just sit here, close your eyes. Not enough. That's not enough. Sorry, I don't want to upset anybody, but this is the truth. You have to equip enough evidence, science, research to our children. They become leaders in the society and say, come, I'll teach you the science of gratitude. That is how this world will change. So we are dumping science into Indigo Youth Platform. Recently, my son and my daughter-in-law, who are Harvard graduates, they did session on science of happiness. They brought the complete research work and they talked. It's such a long paper that they presented, that what is the science? Just not be happy, but what is the science? What's the data? That's what youth wants. And this is what we are doing in the Indigo Youth Platform. And I want everyone to make use of it, because not one person, it's for the entire world. And it just goes on and on. This is our guided meditation session, which we do 9 times a day. It's in Hindi, English, and Telugu language. Throughout the day, the guided meditation starts. This is little Buddhas, little children who graduate from Crystal Children Corner. They guide the meditation in English, Hindi, and Telugu every day. Like throughout the clock, these sessions are going on. I'm so grateful for those little Buddhas. The big eye you see is our Divine Wisdom Sharing session. It all started with my Sitayanam. I don't know how many of you have heard my Sitayan story. If there's anyone who hasn't, can you please raise your hand? Okay. Then you must, it's for children too. Dena Mariam Madam launched a book, or she wrote a book called The Untold Story of Sita. Nobody knew she even wrote the story. She wrote long time back, and the book just got somewhere along. In 2020, this book, I was asked to do the wisdom sharing from this book, and there's a lot of story behind. I won't go through that. And I started in Telugu. This book is in English, and I did for 16 weeks. It's a very small book. For 16 weeks, I did the wisdom sharing on Untold Story of Sita. It was on all TV channels, it's PMC everywhere. And if you go on my YouTube channel, which is Saroja's Self-Empowerment Workshops, that's the name of my YouTube channel. It'll be there. You can go on any PMC YouTube, it'll be there. That became a wildfire. So they asked me to do in English and Hindi, which I did. That is where our wisdom sharing started, because that Untold Story of Sita connected me to millions across the globe. I used to get phone calls and from God knows, because through Dena Mariam, Sita Mata came into my life and she took this book into another level. Totally, when you see that, you'll see it's in all the 3 languages. That is what really connected me to globally, millions around. And I have a connection with Dena Mariam, and that's one of the reasons, like, it'll be very great to meet her again. But many of her books, which she has written later, I have endorsed those books. But there's always a connection, masters, which we don't understand, which we don't need to know also, because the work will still go on. And after that, the next, I'm only talking about the key wisdom sharing session. Then came Anand Karnesh, the 1000 Seeds of Joy, which I did in Telugu and Hindi.
But the fun part was Anand sir wrote this book, and that wisdom that came to me from Mata went on for God knows 180 episodes or 200 episodes. So this is the divine feminine wisdom that is coming to us, provided you want to connect with it.
Exactly.
So,
I read the Sita in a book.
oh, you did, madam?
Yes, so it's not like a normal people can write that without connecting to the divine.
Yes,
It's nobody, it's no movies, nothing is there.
yes,
So it's, I just, by reading the book, I understood that she's connected with the divine and I felt like she viewed whatever she has written.
Yes.
She has vision and she wrote that.
yes, yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes, madam. Yes. And the opportunity that I got, madam, when I started doing wisdom sharing, I always did with closed eyes. The information that used to come to me, I would not even remember after I would finish it off. And people used to ask me, like, where are you getting all this additional information? Very difficult to explain, because I would close my eyes and talk. Sita and finished, and then Thousand Seeds of Joy started. There it became very evident, because when I used to do the sessions, people could not see me on the Zoom. They could not see me. They could only see a white light there. So I would not know what was happening because I can't see myself. I close my eyes and talk. And then a lot of people would call me because they would get scared that we can't see you. There's only like one white thing there. Then I would say, recording is okay, because on recording, I don't find any problem. After sixth session, then I realized, who am I to judge? Why am I trying to even bring a meaning to it? Because half of the information that I was talking was not there in the book, madam. I always felt the divine presence of Ma Saraswati throughout the book. Throughout the book, my wisdom sharing, I felt it. Then I thought, why am I asking the question? What they saw is their experience. I cannot judge that. All these things take time, Amma. We have to stop dropping ego little by little, slowly, one after another. And then you realize one day that you are nothing. Things will happen even without you, even with you. So then Ananda Karnish came back, and this is something funny that's
to be a channel.
Amma, anyone who opens up, if you just let it go, it takes time. With our kind of lifestyle, it is difficult, but sometimes we have to let it go, right? Surrendered, Amma, ante, that is true. Then Ananda Karnish came back because he can't understand Telugu. I did it in Hindi for Delhi PMC. He came back and he said, I did not write anything of that. Where are you getting all that information? Then I said, Anand, don't ask me. When I close my eyes, Mata gives. So I'm just, now I know it is the divine people. They are. So you know what he said? Can you do me a favor? Can you write down everything from your sessions? Then I will release my second edition, because so much of information you're saying, which is not there in my book. So all I'm trying to tell here, masters, is we are divine. We have to trust we are divine, right? But so in this wisdom sharing sessions, if you open up, you will see half of the time when I'm talking, you can easily feel the stories. They even come up with example stories. The only thing is they want to connect to as many people who are going on the path of this self-realization. Why? Because I told you the transition time. So anyway, moving forward, the next one to the big eye is spiritual parenting, which I was talking about, where I do the sessions for parents who want children, the mothers who are pregnant. So that's the spiritual parenting. Then we do inner child workshops. This is a very interesting project called BYM Sanghas. Anyone can join. We have given so much knowledge in 10 years. We talk about all kind of wisdom. So I said, this is not right. You people have learned something. We have to move forward. In Buddha's days, the monks, Takshashila, all these people, they were like highly spiritual knowledge monks. You know what they used to do? Every now and then they used to sit and would have a discussion. Like we have Shatavadhana, like that, like all the monks would sit and they would bring up a topic and say, let's talk about this. Then I thought, we are all spiritual masters. Why only monks can do? We can't do. So then I floated this idea to our people. We are going to start this project called BYM Sanghas.
They used to call that sanghas. All the monks used to sit down and they used to call sanghas. So what we do is, if we have 200 participants, the topic we tell before. This time the topic is, for example, surrender. So people get prepared and they join, all the 200 people. Then we divide them into 4 universities. We are using the same name, you know, the Takshashila from those days, Mithila, Sharada, all those 4 universities. And then we give the topic and allow them to talk and expand their knowledge. We ask each other, we let them question. And this BYM Sanghas has become so popular now. Every weekend, even yesterday, there was a session which Satya madam did. And volunteers want to learn more through discussions. So masters, if anyone is interested to join in this, they happen in English, Hindi, Telugu. Just see how much knowledge is out there. So before I wind up this quickly, these are 2 very interrelated. You see this big circle with 3 hands. This is again one of, when I was doing 1000 Seeds of Joy wisdom sharing, this vision or this request came directly from Lakshmi Mata about the pain body. There is a lot of pain body in this, at this time. Personally, we may be happy, but we carry the pain body of the generations. We are, in the DNA, we are also giving the pain. That's why women, though we feel liberated, we still carry the pain of our mothers, our grandmothers, because they must have gone through a lot of pain because of the patriarchal society. There is a lot of pain in the society. So the instruction was, the women have to relieve their pain body, come out of it, and then the males will already join, because they cannot be the first step. The main step has to come from women. So women have to relieve their pain body. How? By sitting together. Women don't respect each other. It was so clearly that women in most of the communities are very jealous of each other. I'm sorry to say this, I'm not making it up. Normally, if women power comes together, a lot of constructive things can happen. But often the society, the power hunt that we are in, someone is coming up, not much support. So the message was, if women can keep their jealousy aside and this Devi Shakti can join together, we can all relieve the pain body for the whole generation that is here. And then men will automatically join this bandwagon. So I was asked to start this. And the surprising part is I was given the date and the place where I was supposed to start. And I thought, I'm already doing so much work. I didn't have time. Of course, I had a lot of people who are helping me. Then the only message is, you go to this place on so and so date. So I thought, I'm not going. I always do this with universe. I say, okay, I won't go. You have to start talking to them like that. We have to be like a friendly to even those divine people. I've only learned, so I become childish. I said, no, I don't have time. I'm not going.
I did talk to them.
Amma, it happens in different forms. Amma, sometimes it comes like an intuition. The question will come just like that. So I'm not going. Like that, I say, I'm not going. I don't have time. Then a Sri Lankan, I was supposed to go to Sydney in July. This is 3 years back. And I was supposed to launch that program called Saheli. One line, that's all. I have no idea. I said, I'm not going. I don't have time. A week later, a master from UK called me up and said, Madam, I'm Sri Lankan. And we have a big Sri Lankan community in Sydney. And I want to bring all this meditation in the community. I said, very good. Please come to Melbourne if you're coming to Sydney. He said, Madam, I have a request. Please don't say no. I said, if I can do, I said, no, you can do it. Oh, can you give me your word? Because I know him well, I gave him my word. He said, Amma, can you please take the session for me? I said, when? Same date. It was in the morning, his session. He said, I've already booked your ticket without asking. Then I thought, okay, this is the way universe works. So I went there. My tickets he paid. I went there. Morning, his session. In the evening, we launched. And you know what, madam? From the crowd, a lady walked away. The moment I talked about this pain body, about women, I made a big presentation. Information comes, so I talk about it. This lady came from back and she said, very softly, she said, Amma, can I talk to you? Amma, can I lead this project? And today, thanks to Masters and that madam, she's leading, I don't know how many hundreds of groups around the world of this Saheli. She's got a big battalion of leaders. And we have put a structure, we have put a guideline, we have given her a meditation, whatever is coming from up, we handed over, said, you run. She is doing it for 3 years. One of the most connected project for women is Saheli. And that's why I'm saying I can't take credit for anything. My job is to only tell to people, if anyone is need, use it. That's all it is for, because it's not mine. And I'm not doing it. So all those 350 volunteers who are working behind it. So this Saheli has gone into villages in India where women are coming forward because they have nobody to talk to. So 10 people coming around, a leader, and they're doing so many. And guess what? Last year, one of our men BYM came up and said, Amma, is only for women. Men don't have emotional problems. I said, yes, I know, but can we handle this? This has become too much. Said, no, I want to do for men. Say, will you handle it? Yeah, Mitra. That project is absolutely not mine because I had not even fingered around. Everything is come from men. That's what they said. They said, you do women, men will come. That is how this universe runs the whole show. We are nothing masters. We're here thinking, we are doing, we're not doing anything. So quickly, the reason I put this up was anyone who opens up their heart to the universe can do this. But the only thing that comes in between us and the universe is our mind. Universe is not anywhere else. Remember the one behind the wall? Everything is there waiting for us. But this wall won't let us even see that. Why? We can't curse the wall. Wall has a purpose. If we want to be here and do our duty, we need some anchoring to this physicality. So wall's purpose was to give us that anchoring to this physicality. You want to do life in a family structure? You need some anchoring, you need some structure. You want to build something, you need a structure. So only for giving that, this wall purpose was, but we complicated this wall so much that now we are not able to get out of it. And now this is becoming the real problem. So as long as we let the mind do what it was supposed to, again, masters, if I start talking about mind, which is such an important session, I need another 3 hours, but unfortunately I don't have time. I know I have another half an hour, which I want to finish with a beautiful practice. So if ever I get a chance, Satya, I'm back here in LA on 7th, because my flight is on 7th evening from LA. And who knows, if universe lets me have another session on 7th morning or 6th evening, I'll keep in touch with whoever masters are there. I'll definitely talk about mind, because it's one of the most profound wisdoms that everyone needs to know about mind. How to operate with this mind at the real level. What is that real level? Because what did I say? Mind is required, but we are not using it for the purpose. We have complicated it. Then question is, then what level should we use? So it will take time. So I'm not going into personal mind at the moment because there's so much more. But remember, masters, mind is good. It is us. We don't know how much to use mind, what to use it for, where to leave it, where to let it go. That much of knowledge, if we learn, then really, when we want, we can jump on this side, enjoy physicality. When we want to be out, being there, we can get out like that. Get out like that. It is like a mental switch. You will be between everybody and just smile and go, tick. You're back in your world. You're back in your world. Nobody will know. Even in school, colleges, everywhere we can do. You can just sit there. You're getting bored. Oh my God, I would rather do something. Yeah, you have the power. Switch off that mental switch to where you want to be. And we can, without people knowing, with open eyes, we can still do our practice and be in bliss, masters. Be in bliss. But for that, first we need to know that it is possible. It is possible. So once you start practicing this technique, because anyway, Anapanasati, is there anyone who has never done any kind of meditation? If you can put up your hand. Oh, very nice. So nice to know you're all meditators. That's such a great thing. And I'm so blessed to be here with the great meditators. Thank you, masters. So you anyway know what to do. If you have time, you know how to seclude yourself, go into your room, do meditation. I'm not going to teach you that, tell you that at all. But when you don't have time, when you don't want to be doing what you're doing, but at times you're stuck and you want to go back in the blissful state, there are ways, masters. We can do it. You want to just disappear your mind just for that minute? We have the power. That is what our divine masters, all the divine masters before us did. And that's why we have so many symbols and postures in Sanatana Dharma. There are so many things. We all, because we don't understand, Sanatana Dharma, we think, we don't know why. Why has he got 20 hands? Why has he got 3 legs? And children ask us these questions. We don't know how to answer. And we say, we don't know. And the children think, what kind of... It's not that. If you don't know, say, I don't know, I'll find out. At least now we have Google. Try, masters. See, we never asked this question, so we didn't get the answers. At least if children are asking, I think they deserve little bit of effort. Just I don't know is not a right answer. Shutting them up is not at all an answer. But at least I think that we all need to do is at least find out. I often say this. See, in our mythology, when they say Vishnu Murti, people all know Vishnu Bhagwan, or is there anyone who doesn't know Vishnu? Okay, good, very good. So, Vishnu Bhagwan, most of the time we see him lying down, isn't it? And it's called Yoga Nidra. When Vishnu Bhagwan is lying, we call it Yoga Nidra. Then, I'm not here to preach or promote any religion. I'm just giving examples. Like, I'm sure even in Christianity and in other things, there will be verses where, when the 2 eyes become one, you are in the kingdom of God. This is from Bible. And people who don't say, how can 2 eyes become one? Oh, that means you have to see like this, then only eyes will. No. So there are so many things in scriptures they say, but we don't understand. So like that, about this Vishnu Bhagwan, when he's lying down, people don't know. What is this? Yoga Nidra. What is Vishnu trying to tell us? Vishnu, if someone came to visit him, then those Dwarapalaka, Jaya, Vijaya, they are his doorkeepers. They used to come inside and say, Sir, somebody for you, like that. Then say, oh, then he will open his eyes and let them in. Then they will come, they will talk, and they'll say, oh, this is what's happening to planetary positions, everything. And then they'll say goodbye, they'll go away. And then. So people say, this Vishnu has no job, all the time he's sleeping. What does he know? Work pressure and all that. He opens eyes only when somebody is coming. We have to understand. What is that symbol trying to tell us? What is Vishnu doing? He's only engaging his mind when it is required. And for those divine people, when was mind required? When you have to create something, when you have to sustain something. That is where you have to activate your mind, because that is the function of the mind. Function of the mind is think, creation, srujanatmakata, creativity. That comes from mind. It comes from intuition, but then it has to come into mind. Mind has to give a structure. Heart won't give you a structure. Heart will only give you intuition. This is your path. Heart will tell you. Now, how to plan in that path? You have to engage your mind. So what is that posture telling you? That posture is telling you, you use your mind as required. And when not required, put your mind to sleep. Because you don't need your mind there. If we can remember Vishnu's Yoga Nidra Mudra, that's enough for life. You don't need anything, because we have become useless, whether required or not, non-stop, keep using mind. Or because I've got nothing else to do. Empty mind means devil's workshop. Some devil has come up with this phrase, empty mind, devil's workshop. No, empty mind, divine place. Empty mind is the divine space. Because from generations we have been told, empty mind, devil's workshop, so we're trying to do something, don't sit idle. Because we don't know what we are saying. If you have nothing to do, you can make your mind empty. If you can open your eyes and make your mind empty, all the more good. But just because you have nothing else to do, don't fill it up with garbage. Vishnu Murti is trying to tell us that I only open my eyes when I have to do things. You have to cook. Then you bring your mind. Cooking finished? Sit down. Just keep your mind empty. Oh, madam, I don't know how to keep mind empty. Yeah, you learn that. Identify what you need. Just because you don't need anything, you make it a garbage here. We have made this mind a garbage bin. All divine beings are constantly telling us, keep your mind empty, keep your mind empty. Why? Because they know only when that mind is empty, you can use your full potential. Full potential. Physics students know what is potential energy, what is kinetic energy. How many people know potential energy, kinetic energy? Very good. Oh, very nice. What is potential? Potential means you can do it. Kinetic, you haven't brought it into action. That means you have a lot of potential. And then when required, I can bring all that into action. So each one of us, our potential is unlimited. Unlimited. If you think Rama and Krishna, Jesus have unlimited, we are exactly from the same fabric. But you won't feel it because your mind, the moment you make your mind empty, slowly you will start saying hello to your divinity. Hello, divinity. Oh, mind came up again. Wall. Again, try to bring it up. Hello. Keep doing this hello more. Slowly, the divinity becomes your friend. It won't happen overnight. Nothing happens overnight. Even walking did not happen overnight. It took us so long to crawl and then get up. Nothing happens overnight, masters. But making friendship with divinity needs to know how to handle your mind. It's very important. So I really wanted to say that at least today, we'll try to, if you want to keep your eyes closed, do it. But this exercise you can also do when you keep your eyes open. Because you'll be listening to my instructions, at least you'll know what to do. You'll know what to do, right? So first of all, masters, remember, in this exercise, where we are trying to make our mind empty, even with open eyes, we are completely connecting with our heart. There are two kinds of hearts. One is physical heart, we all can see, when you do postmortem, or we all know we got big heart here, the red one that goes boom, boom, boom. Every organ has got energy organ behind it, right? That energy organ gives energy to the real organ. Yeah. My time is limited. Otherwise, I would have shown you, how many layers we have in our body. Again, if Satya madam invites me one fine day, I will come back and talk about that. So, very important, especially for children. Children need to know because they'll do wonders. I know that. So we all have a physical body. You know all the organs in this physical body. Behind that, exactly behind that, there is a replica of energy body. Energy body. So if my body contours are this, exactly with the same contour, you have energy body. In that energy body, you have all the organs. Like you have liver, kidney, everything. And that energy body will be giving energy to your real physical organ. If that energy body organ stops functioning, no energy, that physical organ will deteriorate. Cancer, something. How does these things come? In olden days, why in your olden days now also you go to Rishikesh, Haridwar, you'll be suddenly in the Ganga taking bath, and then some sage will come and say, you have a problem in your heart. These stories we've heard. It happens really. They come and say, something wrong with your kidney. And you're thinking, no, my kidney is fine. No, Baba, but I'm feeling fine. Yeah, in 6 months' time, your kidney is fully rotten. How? Correct? How do they see? They see the energy body. They are not seeing your physical body. They're seeing the energy body behind, because they know energy body has to give the energy. And if that energy body part is not working, your physical body part will stop working eventually. They know that science. We don't know that science. So we have to keep our energy, our physical body healthy. Which body we have to keep active? Energy body. So we all need to work on energy body, but no knowledge. Nobody tells us, nobody wants to know in this earth. When we get cancer, when we get something, we'll go to doctor, take a lot of medicine. Yeah, that's how this world is living. But knowing that there is an energy body is very important. There are 3 more bodies behind it. So, physical body, energy body. So physical body is called Annamaya Kosha. Energy body is called Pranamaya Kosha. Then there are 3 more bodies. I'll tell quickly, but one day we talk more. This energy body to completely working, we need another body. Someone said that?
Manomaya.
Yes,
Manomaya.
mental body, Manomaya Kosha. If this Manomaya Kosha is not working well, this is gone. And what is happening in this Manomaya Kosha? All the emotions that we have. Oh, I can't stand her. I hate her. I love her. This is coming from that 3rd kosha. And all the negativity that you are creating in your life is operating in this 3rd level. And the more negative energy you collect, like anger, hatred, jealous, this body will be vibrations will be falling down, 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 down. Every emotion has a frequency. The highest frequency of emotion is love. Love. There's nothing more than that. Love in this whole creation, Brahmanda. Love, love, love. Topmost. If you can be loving everybody every day, rest assured, 100% health, no problem. But, so remember, if you want to be healthy, what you should do? Love everybody. Love you. Just go singing love you, love. Nothing wrong. We do it all the time. We already started practicing. And people don't think you're weird. Love doesn't mean only a boy and girl, mother, father. No. We can love even computer. I love you. Why not? It's giving so much service. I love you, chair. See, already we're feeling madam is so. This is our understanding of life. We have to expand. So small boundary. Anyone doing something out of the boundary? Oh, weird. No, you can be weird. Step out of that boundary. I want to be weird. People who want to be weird will understand divinity. People who get out of the comfort zone, and nobody tells us this. I always tell my family, come out of your comfort zone. Madam, నాకు చాలా భయం. Madam, I'm scared. What are you scared of? Yeah, do that. Do that. Try once. Get out of your comfort zone. Comfort zone. These are not just for talking. Love is the highest frequency there. And angry, depression. And if you are living in that low frequency, hating, anger, this Manomaya Kosha is working at the least frequency. You know what Mata said? What the Divine Mothers are saying? On our Earth planet, 80% of the population are living in fear. Fear is the lowest frequency, least. Nothing can go beyond. If you are living in fear, I'm fear of this, fear. Rest assured, your energy body has already gone to dogs. Because this is what affects your energy body, and energy body has got directly relation to physical body. So we'll talk about bodies later, but I still want this thought, because there are youngsters here. I want this thought to go in you that carefully choose your emotions. You have a choice. You can choose. I can choose to be happy today. No, madam, they're always bothering me. How can I be happy? It's their problem, na? Let them irritate you. Okay. Let them be irritated. You choose your frequencies. Because your Manomaya Kosha, you are in charge of. Not your neighbor, not your mother, not your husband. This relationship only for this life. But Manomaya Kosha goes life. It carries on. That's another day topic. But anyway, this problem. This is so beautiful. What can I say, masters? My heart is full because youngsters are there, and I really want their life to be happy, not like us, not at the age of 30, knowing about self-realization. Self-realization is not a degree. It is knowing how to be blissful, how to be happy. I really want our crystal generation to be living blissfully, and that's why this comes from my heart. And my thirst is, if I say to 10 people, at least you will go out there in the world and say, I heard this, and I believe this. It all starts with belief, masters. You believe it, it will happen. I believe it happened. Along with me, thousands are believing in what I'm doing, what I'm saying. Their lives are changing. When thousands can change, everyone can change. You know why I said knowledge is so important? Because unless you know about this knowledge, how can you change your life? Just sitting and meditating alone is not enough. Not enough. It's good, but not enough. You have to come out of chakras. How you know chakras raising happens? You all know chakra. Manipuraka chakra is about wisdom. The next one is your heart chakra. After heart chakra, it's all high level chakras. To raise from Manipuraka to here, you need wisdom, knowledge. You have to dump knowledge in your system, anywhere, from everywhere. Know so much knowledge that you can't wait anymore to practice. When you know so much, अब मैं नहीं रुक सकती, अब तो मैं jump कर दूंगी. That much of tapana has to come from inside. I can't wait anymore. I'm going to do it. When that urge comes from inside, nobody can stop you, let alone anyone. Everyone should live with that passion. Life should be with passion. Should not be like, another day, okay, I'll do it. We didn't come for that. That was not the purpose of life. I tell all my family, and all are doing it. You know how you should get up from the bed? You should jump up and say, I am back. You should, every day you get up, I am back, come on, what should I do today? Not like, another day, same old day, brush. Go to office. This is how we are leading life. I'm not joking, masters. We have to get up. Everyone has to make promise. Tomorrow, I am back. Back from what? There was no guarantee that you were going to be getting up from the bed. You could have gone. After that, you would have waited. When will I come? Oh my God. No, too late. You have to wait another 100 years, 500 years, who knows? Arey, we got the chance, man. Do it now. I get up like that only. Last night could have been whatever. Just, I am back. Just the words make you jump. Yeah, come on, come on. What should I do? Let's go brush. Bring the energy. Change your day. Change your pattern. Change. Get out from your comfort zone. It's another day. You got 24 hours. 24 hours. Change, masters. Change the way you think. Come out of your comfort zone. Make your life a blissful life. One day at a time. One day at a time. I hope at least 90% of you will try to wake up tomorrow saying, I am back. Never get away another day. No, it's a beautiful day. You are not realizing how beautiful it is to be on this planet. Again, I need 3 more hours to tell how beautiful it is to be on this planet. One day I will tell you the story of the spacesuit. It is beautiful story, what we thought when we were there in the spacesuit. So if you let me say that, one day I will come and tell you the spacesuit story. It's so interesting. I can go on telling all my life. And when you listen to this story, you realize how waste you are doing this life. Get out of bed saying, I'm back, man. Come on, come on, come on, come on. That type you should be. And then people will look. You know, when I was coming out for Satya, you were my co-sister-in-law, because I had done a lot of things, like it was hot and it's cold, winter time in Melbourne. So temperature also is a little bit too much for me this summer. And then I said, okay, I'm going up, and I got ready. And I'm her sister, no co-sister. Akka, you have so much energy. Oh, so much work you did. Again, you are going somewhere. I said, that is how we should live our life. You also cheer up. You know, we haven't gone to the jungle and kind of broken trees or anything. So I said, she said, yeah. See, people should look at us and say, where are they getting this energy from? They should get inspired, man. How are we going to inspire this humanity if nobody wants to come to us? They hate people who go. We all want to go to people who are like, yeah, come on, man. Come on, I'm ready for a life. This is how we should be. Life is precious, man. Children, everybody. Don't never go with this body language. We didn't come for this body language. I tell you, this is a very precious life. We should always think, come on, where do we go now? What new can we try? Yes, come on. This is the way to live life. So, when I was saying, this, you see, heart, organ, behind there is an energy organ, energy heart. That energy heart is beautiful. And each one of us can feel it, right? So if you can slowly start practicing to feel your energy heart, then with open eyes, you can start practicing how to connect to our divinity. Because heart is a bridge between physicality and divinity. Heart takes us through to the divinity. All the three chakras, the first three chakras, belong to the physical world. I know a lot of information I'm giving, but little bit at least remember. Muladhara, which is the root chakra, Swadhisthana, and the Manipuraka, they all belong to the physical world. They are given for a very great reason. Another day, when you allow me to come again, we will talk about it. But then for now, just briefly, it's just for the physical world. Anahata, Agya, Sastara, and above, they're all stepping into the divine realm. But there is a bridge between the two, and the bridge is heart chakra. Very important chakra. Very innocent chakra, very friendly chakra. If you know how to connect to heart chakra, anytime like that, you can take the bridge and we can go to the happy world. It doesn't matter what happens around us. Nothing will matter if we just connect. So today we'll be connecting. I know, aware of the time, at least 10 minutes we'll try to do. If you want to close your eyes, masters, and just switch off the light for 10 minutes. With that, we can finish off the session. Yeah, we'll finish it off. This is the last thing. Thank you so much. I looked at the time just now. Okay, so masters, we'll all close our eyes. And don't go to sleep. Don't be with your breath. Don't do your normal things. We are going to step out of our comfort zone. Yeah? If you want to close your eyes, because this is the first time close, otherwise you won't be able to connect. So close your eyes. Sit in a very comfortable position. No stress whatsoever. Very comfortable. So just be here now in this present moment. Don't have to think about anything. There's nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. There's absolutely nobody waiting for us. And everything matters is just here in this present moment. So feel the temperature of this room. Feel the chair that you're sitting on. Is it soft? Is it very hard? Just totally be connected. And as you start connecting to the chair, you're very much connected here in the present moment. Present moment means that everything that we think of is only here. There's absolutely no thoughts. So when we sit there doing nothing, there's absolutely nothing to think of. So as we sit there doing nothing, we slowly bring all our focus to this beautiful energy heart that resides behind our heart. So this beautiful energy heart, if you can visualize, is blue in color. And as you get in touch with this beautiful energy heart, blue in color, you can see that it's radiating vibrations of blue color, all directions. This beautiful blue heart and the electrifying rays that are coming out of this heart, they are all the rays of love that's coming out of your heart chakra. Our complete focus is on the heart, the blue energy heart, and the blue rays of light that are going in all the directions. This blue electrifying rays of light, the light of love, radiating in all the directions, filling up your entire body with this blue color. As you start filling up with this blue light, right from your toes to your ankles, to your calves, to your knees, to your thighs. Both your legs are completely filled with this beautiful love light of blue masters. And as you start visualizing more, your complete torso is filled with the blue light. Your neck, your face, your hands, completely filled with this blue ray of light. Your whole body is now filled up with this blue colored light masters. Just stay connected with this Anahata chakra. This is the heart chakra masters. And the more we keep connecting to this heart chakra, this is going to give us more bliss masters. This beautiful blue light of love is so comforting, is so soothing, masters. Once you surrender to this light, there is nothing to think about. The mind automatically becomes empty. Let's all be totally connected to this Anahata chakra, heart chakra, for some time. Let's slowly rub both our hands together and place them on our closed eyes, masters. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Remove your hands from your closed eyes and open your eyes with a beautiful smile, masters. And give yourself a big round of applause, masters. Another big round of applause. Another one.
Thank you very much, Masters, for giving me this great opportunity to connect with you and being here in this beautiful city of LA with you, beautiful Masters. I hope our paths will cross again. Thank you so much.
So can you come on June 7th? You can have the same.
Yeah. Yeah.
Please
I
give
will-
us this option.
Thank you, Ma. It's a working day, so you guys have to be here.
Sunday, it's a Sunday.
June 7th, not June, July.
July.
June is very close. I'll be my brother-in-law's son. July.
Wednesday.
It's a Wednesday. So I'm okay. Like I have a flight in the night. It's a 9 o'clock flight, but I'm available the whole day. So, but it's a working day. If you guys still want, I can. I'll be in LA for that day, but otherwise.
Wonderful session. So good to see you. Our blessing that you're here.
Sometime when you're giving your speech, very touching. So the meditation is also.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Oh. So nice to be here in December. I think we all
We
did
take
it.
the group picture, right?
Yeah.
Group picture, yeah.
So before. Thank you. And group picture.
Group picture.
Ayo, ma, we're also
very small.
We are all one family.
No, madam.
Oh, thank you so much. Because to go in the
Our session where we are blessed.
We are
Yeah,
blessed
we are
to
blessed
have you
that-
here. Yes.
We need to more.
बहुत अच्छा
Tell you
लगा
are
आपसे।
working with it. You're so good.
ये खुशी के आंसू है बेटा, इसको बहने दे। आगे आगे बहुत काम आएंगे।
Wonderful session.
Can we take a group session, madam? Maybe
Group picture.
Group picture. sorry.
Yeah, yeah. The picture. Shall we go there?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, let's go to the picture.
Madam, take a group picture of the statue. We'll put it up.
Yeah. Come. Thank you so much.
See, everybody wants to meet you again.
बेटा जरूर
You have to come.
जरूर आएंगे बेटा, एक बार आप से निकल गया तो I'm in US till 7th of July. I'm flying on 7th.
Thank you, everyone. I'm ending the
But I'm
session.
traveling, I'm kind of going